Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your
Share
mind?
what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. Hey, gatekeepers. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? I hope you is me. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Well, welcome to the Friday night fish fry and family feud argument. You know, that is if y'all decide to unlock the panel. But you know, I'm good enough to argue with myself. I don't really need you to argue. I can argue my own points. You know, I can be both sides, okay? But listen, as you already know, it's that time of the night where the opinions get loud, the debates get passionate, the friendships get tested just a little bit, you know, and then the argument begin. You know, we love it. We do. We love a good argument. We ain't gonna say we don't when we do. The truth. I know that's the truth. So listen. It was a short week on Beyond the Gates, but it gave more than enough for us to talk about. 3 little shows, but we got so plenty to talk about, baby. We do. We do. Okay, y'all. Y'all thought we was easing back in? Absolutely not. We got tension, we got mess, side eyes, confusion, questionable decisions, emotional moments, and child. Did Nicole almost call out Ted name today? Ted! Child, I almost fell out. But we love it. We do. You know we do. Listen. Eve and them got some mess going that's going to divide y'all, yes, some more, because I don't care what y'all talking about. I don't care. You know, I'm going to stand for what I stand on. I'm going to say what I said, okay? So tonight we are coming in to break it all the way down. And you already know that we're trying to do tonight. We're trying to unlock the panel. We need 5 sponsors tonight, though. It be that a super sticker, a super chat. You can hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App if that's what you rather do. You see it scrolling down there, $. So what you thinking? THINKIN. And if you do hit the Cash App. If you do hit the Cash App, let me know so that I can look and include you in the unlocking of the panel, please. Okay. So we need 5 sponsors so that we can get our argument going and y'all can argue with me live, back and forth and back. I'm ready. Va, I'm ready. I don't care what you talking about tonight, sir. I'm ready. I'm ready. But okay, honestly, some of the opinions cannot stay in the chat tonight. Again, y'all got to come on up and say what you got to say, okay? Some of y'all need to come on up here and explain yourselves publicly, okay? And say what you got to say with your whole chest, okay? But don't come in here tonight with no quiet energy. That ain't what we do on Friday night. No, sir. We are loud. We are using our outside voices inside. That means you can type with all capitals when you get ready. But remember this. Whatever we do, we argue in love. We don't argue over here. We argue. Okay? We argue in love over here. It's always love, peace, and hair grease over here. Okay? We don't want nobody to leave here mad. We just debating about fictional folks now. Okay? They can act worse than all of us combined, but I'm just saying. we don't want to leave here really mad at each other now. It's just a show, but we can give it to these doggone duprees. This is why I enjoy recapping the show and talking about these people, because they're not real. Because sometimes, like, there are some shows I do want to recap, but I don't want to be talking about real life people like that, because my opinions are sometimes my opinions is opinioning, okay? And I don't mind to say how I really feel, but I don't really want to be talking about real people like that on a weekly basis, But maybe you know what? Maybe in the membership. Maybe in the membership. And that way it's not out here for the whole world to hear. Maybe in the membership. I just thought about that. Maybe in the membership is where I'm going to get, because, baby, I got things to say about that Love and Marriage Huntsville. The Bells that they just started down south. No, wait, where the other ones at? They in Birmingham or something, wherever they at. The one with Panky on it, the girl that owns Slutty Vegan. I got opinions about things that I want to know. Housewives of Atlanta, that's the one she owns. But then there's the one that Stormy is on, the Birmingham, I think, Bells. Yeah, I got things I want to say. So I might do that in the membership. And if y'all want to come over there and talk about, do some real life gossiping about people that's real, then come over there and argue with me then. Okay? All right, now, grab your fish plate, which I did have fish tonight. Grab your fish plate, your lemonade, your tea, your hot sauce, your pearls, your bonnet, your good wig, your bad attitude, and all these fictional characters. Let's go ahead on and let's argue, because it's Friday night. Because we can't argue. We can't argue. We can't argue. I don't know what you came to do, but I came to argue. Before we do anything, let's show some love to our moderators, please. Please, 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 please show some love to the moderators. Would you please? Let me find my graphic for that. Say hello to the mod squad and to our Tony Lynn, whom we miss so much, and we don't know what's going on, Tony Lynn, but we do hope that you are doing fine. We hope that you are doing well. We hope that you are doing well. So send some love, put some hearts in the chat. Let me pull up the right screen over here on this other device so that I can do some things myself. I don't even think I'm okay. I don't know, good little girl. Little girl, get off my screen with all that now. Okay, hold on. We're really close to having 2,600 members on the page, which is good. My goal is to get to 3,000. I know that we can get there. So if you're here listening to the broadcast and you love hanging out over here on Friday night, once a week, every day, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You might have thought that you were, because things are happening. I keep telling y'all, people are getting unsubscribed. People are losing stuff as content creators. All kinds of stuff is going on. So just make sure that you're really subscribed to the channel, because you may be surprised and be like, now what now? And I'm going to be like, didn't I have tried to tell you? Hold on one second. What was I about to do? Oh, I know what it was. I want to get on here so I can send some hearts in the chat, in the thing, for the moderators. And moderators, thank you guys so much for everything that you do, and for keeping the chat in order, for hanging out with me real tough, because whatever I'm going through, they going through, and they be right here going through it with me. Hold on one second. Hold on, girl, stop talking over here on the other thing, girl. All right. Linda, you over there drinking the margaritas? One margarita. Okay, I did all this so I could put some hearts to float across the screen. There we go, for the moderators, All right, now let's get to those of you. Let me get to my superstars down here. Let me see who is typing in the comments. Baby, where's my romper room mirror?
Who's that typing in the comments?
Ask me why I decided to pick up one of these gummies. And no, it ain't them kind of gummies. Don't y'all get, because I ain't never been tipsy or nothing in my life. I don't want to. I don't need that. Chocolate give me all the endorphins I need, okay? All right, anyway. Okay, anyway, let me see. Let me see who down here is typing in these comments. Let me scroll back up, chat. Raven Maniac says, wait, let me put y'all comments on the stage first. Hold on, let me do that. Okay, hold on. Okay. Under the Friday night lights, there will be no debauchery, no fights, but we do need to open the gates for the late night debate. For the late night debates. Child, you better go and be a whole poet. We appreciate that, and thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. You are our first sponsor. Well, that's as it's showing on my screen. So don't nobody get down here. I was up here first. I'm only reading what's on my screen. So let's not get started. He also says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Mod Squad. I'm over here patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the week as I take my seat. I will try to be discreet while I sip on my BTGT. Thank you so much. I'll write that down in a minute. Okay. Peggy says, hello, Raven Maniac moderators and mods, and everyone else. Hello, it's Friday night. Let's enjoy. Jay Paul is in the house and says, hope somebody brought some paper plates and an appetite. I made some greens. You made greens, yams, turkey, tomatoes, potatoes, you name it. He said he made some greens, yams, smoked turkey, and cornbread, sweet tea to wash it down. Oh, you're not playing, Jabal. And whose window are you near tonight? Back there beyond the gates, let us know. Miss Jen, can't forget you. Oh, that's okay, Peggy girl. You know, I just automatically assume y'all, it's about me, you know. Yum Japal going to pick me up some. Yes, I have an appetite. Thank you. Very sweet. Hey guys, Miss Jen and Mons. Hey, Below Dee. Myrtle Tinsel says, hey, Miss Jen, the gatekeepers and Mons. Thank you so much. Myrtle Tinsel says, here's a $5 super sticker and happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for being one of our sponsors and for that as well. Raven Maniac, let me see. KB Mommy says, happy Friday, Miss Jen, Mons, and gatekeepers. Hey, KB Mommy. Wait, let me see. Okay. I was trying to see did you change your picture? Because it's so small on my screen. Okay. KB says, greetings to everyone coming in. I'm finishing up my lamb chops for my contribution of tonight's. Girl, you giving these people lamb chops. See how the mods be doing for y'all. Lamb chops? What next? Somebody gonna make some what you call it? That stuff that's so expensive. Somebody gonna put some oxtails in there next? What, girl? You really love these peoples. Be right back, headed to the kitchen, fam. That's all right, girl. We'll wait for you. Bobby Wabby is in the house, and Bobby says, hello to everyone. The writers disappointed me with those fantasy. Child. Them fantasy scenes got on my nerve. While we wait, I have a contemplate on how today's episode, how much the writers disappointed me with Danny and Andre's movie Imagination. You know, keep that to yourselves. We don't need to hear all that. We do not. All right. Raven Maniac says, I agree with Bobby Wobby. What's up, Bobby? He said, what's up, Bobby? Bobby! They should have did the whole episode about the Impeller storyline. Might as well. Beyond the Gate show, wait a minute, blaxploitation scenes from the 70s. Child, it was a no. It was a no. Let me tell you something. There are too many things we trying to get to the bottom of for y'all to be throwing in some stuff that we don't care about. Do not care about no flashback scenes and them getting to dress up in 70s. Just do an episode of everybody dressed up in the 70s and stay on the storyline, please. We don't want all that. Danny's supposed to be Pam Grier. Okay, well, it was cute. She looked cute. Good evening, Kelly S. says, hey, Kelly S. Linda also is one of our sponsors tonight with her, hold on, let me see, did I mess up something here? Is that starred or not starred? Wait, let me see something. Okay, light up is starred. It turned dark. I hope that means it's starred. I'll know in a minute. Okay, wait. Oh, I see now. Hold on. 2. Okay, now. All right. Thank you so much for the super sticker, cousin Linda. She says, happy Friday. Don't forget the $2 for the tip jar. So Linda wants to know if everybody on here tonight will give a $2 toward, if you want to listen, Jen, let me get you a little cup of coffee. Help you pay the tax on a cup of coffee. Girl, here go a little couple of dollars with $2. That means y'all going almost half on a gallon of gas. Girl, here go $2 on a gallon of gas. Ain't that crazy? Remember when you used to give people $2 to put a little gas in their car that they ran you somewhere and back? $2 was nice. Because that was 2 gallons of gas. Leslie reminds me of the negative version of Pam Grier, Bobby Bobby. Joy in everybody's business, but don't want to find out what his sister is doing to unbelievable. Yeah, come on now. Peggy is also one of our sponsors for tonight with her $4.99 sticker. Thank you so much, Peggy. And let's see. Belinda Hill says, hello, Miss Jen. Hold on, let me get rid of this. That's why things are looking weird. Okay. Hello, Miss Jen, Gatekeepers Mod Squad's gang. Happy Fish Fry Friday. Thank you, Belinda. And Belinda is the officer of the doggone like button. I know she's gonna tell y'all to hit that like button. She ain't playing with y'all. Linda says the mango margaritas are icy cold and the fish tacos are hot. Girl, why it sound like you was saying something kind of tell your husband come take your phone. The margaritas are cold and the fish tacos is hot. Girl, what is you in there talking about? The Bold and the Beautiful got Remy and Dylan calling each other cuz now. I don't watch that, so I don't know. All right, now please hit the like button. Our officer of the like button says on your way in gatekeepers and viewers watching. Sometimes, so you guys know, I create graphics for things, but then I have to delete things because I can only have so many graphics. So that means that when I'm trying to upload pictures for the daily show, sometimes there's so many pictures I have to delete some of my graphics that I've created. So in case you're ever wondering, like, whatever happened to my graphic, I had to delete it. Whatever happened to certain little songs, I had to delete it. They only until they change that, we only get so many amounts of things to have in here to use. Rhonda Reed says hello to everybody. Hey, Rhonda. Cynthia Willoughby says good evening to everyone. Hey, Cynthia girl. And KB Mommy says thank you for the contribution to the open panel night. Beyond the Gates went to the Twilight Zone today. Oh, y'all wasn't digging that, huh? Linda, did you give a second sticker or am I passing by this twice? I'm not sure. Okay, we'll see in a second and then I'll know. Raven Maniac, I can do just what I can do, Okay. Jasmine Williams says hello to everybody. Linda says that there are 29 watching and 13 likes. Okay, let me hit the like button on my other device so that I am in compliance as well. Hold on. Let me get it for y'all. Hold on. Where is it at? There it is. Now we have 19 likes. Thanks to me. Okay. Get those likes up, she says. Keisha is also a new member tonight. She renewed her membership. Thank you so much, Keisha, for that, for becoming a member. You are also one of our sponsors for tonight. If I haven't done that. Keisha says, good evening and what's up, everybody? What's up? Not the good wig. My darn debit card was locked when my membership was due. What? Girl, those mango margaritas are hitting tonight. E-Daddy says, hello, gatekeepers. Hey, E-Daddy. Greetings to everyone coming in. I'm putting the finisher's touches on my meal. Wait a minute. Why is that replaying itself? I don't know. I read that before. Okay. Happy Friday, everyone. And pre-Mother's Day as well. Jazzy Poetess says, hey, Jazzy Poetess. And Be On Purpose says, hey, y'all. Be On Purpose. We're still waiting on your girl to come back because we're not having it. On My Purpose, my man. I bought my gumbo greens. Girl, gumbo greens sound good. And beignets. Girl, beignets. You bought beignets? Miss Jen, I have a list of all the sponsors. The open panel was unlocked early, sis. Was it? Okay, I didn't know. Well, I only see 4 up here showing, so I'll go back and see. Okay, hey, Below Didi. They were definitely not needed. You talking about the what you calls, I know. Lillian Force says, good evening, Jen and Gatekeepers. This was the horrible week on the show. I thought we had some good moments. Y'all just didn't forget because all them breaks we got. I have something to say about Danny and Andre later. I'm gonna save it. Peggy puts up a heart. Cynthia Willoughby also. Linda says gas is $6.05 a gallon unleaded here. Yeah, it's like 5 something here now. I forgot because it's going up every day. So I didn't forget, but it's like $5.20, I think now. Child, there are things I want to say and I can't. Cynthia Willoughby, thank you so much for your super sticker and for being one of our sponsors for tonight. Let me hit this thing over here and see what happens. 4. Okay, there you go. So now it's start. All right. So let me go up into the star comments. Okay, so KB Mommy, this is what I have for the sponsors. I have Linda, Keisha, Linda again, KB Mommy. Oh, I know one that's not up here is let me go back up to Raven Maniacs because that's not on there. So Raven Maniac. So that's 5. Myrtle Tinsler is not on there. That's 6. Okay, thank you, KB, because you're right. But see, it's supposed to highlight these things and it's not doing it. So I have to make sure that I did it. And do we have Peggy? Nope, we got Peggy. That's 7. Thank you. Okay, I stand corrected. Okay, now I think I got the rest. Now, if anybody did not, now I'm about to read off the name of those who gave super stickers and that are sponsors tonight. If you do not hear your name, let me know so I can go back and find it so that it is in the right list, okay? Because I want it to be in the right list. Thank you, Be On Purpose, and thank you also, Jasmine Williams, for your super. Wait, why can't I highlight it? Wait, can I? Okay, no, it's still in my way. Okay, there it is. And there it is. Okay. Thank you guys so much for. I see some of you want to give me a couple dollars toward gas. Just give your thank you. I appreciate that from you guys so much. I really do. I can't even begin to tell you. All right, now we're going to get to it because I'm trying to get to the gossip. But as it pops up in the comments, as I see the names pop up for super stickers and super chats, I will highlight them. And before we read them all off again. So let me read them now so that we ain't missing nobody. Let's do that first so we're not missing anybody. So we got Linda, Keisha. Oh, stop doing that screen every day. You want to fight with me every day. Cynthia Willoughby, Raven Maniac, Myrtle Tinsder, Peggy, Jasmine, and Be On Purpose. So if you didn't hear your name and you did give a super sticker, super chat or something, let me know and then I will know to go and look for it. And then Angela Levette Jackson just gave us a super sticker as well. And Jazzy Poetess, hold on one second. I want to make sure these are lit up. Hold on, Jazzy Poetess. Nope, that was already lit up. Oh, wait a minute, wait. What happened? Oh, I see what I did. Hold on. I'm messing up something. Hold on. Okay. Why is that black? Shouldn't it be blue? Nope. Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. They keep changing things over here. So give me a second. Because now it's got it down to 5. Child, I promise you. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's taking it out of the list. Hold on, guys. Okay, there's that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay. Give me a second, you guys. I hate that I'm so discombobulated, but when they make changes over here, because they were trying to change it when you light up somebody's name, it does something different, but it's not working like it should all the time. Okay, so we keep that one there. I feel like I'm missing something here. Give me a second. Sorry. We'll be starting in a second. Give me a second. But you want to give people credit, and I know they want their credit when they reach out to do something, because being a sponsor is a big thing. We want to make sure that you get your acknowledgments for that. Okay. Myrtle's, is hers lit up? Yes. Okay, I'm almost done, you guys. And then that one is lit up. All right. I think that's it. I think I got them all. Miss Den, do you want to play the smothered oxtail collard green? I would love to have the smothered. I haven't had no oxtails in a long time, but I remember that I like them. And green buttered rice, collard greens, buttered rice, cornbread, sweet potato pie with homemade. I would love the potato pie. Not the ice cream with it because I ain't never had it that way. I just like if you can make a potato pie, just put your foot in it. I can eat that by itself. Even though I ain't had a piece of potato pie, I can't tell you when. All right, you guys, with that, we're going to get on over here and unlock these gates so we could talk about what had happened was today, because Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All righty, let me pull the comments up on my screen so that I can see them and turn this volume down. And let's press play. All right, hopefully... Let me just start over because if I don't, it's going to have me all late. All right, you guys. Well, let's get into it. Where are my pictures at? There we go. All right, let me take that comment down so that we can see what's on the screen. All right, y'all. Wait a minute. Don't go lifting out of the hold. Don't do that. My God. All right, y'all. Here we go. Okay, here we go. To the pictures. Child Naomi goes over to Martin's house and tries to find out what Smitty knows. So she's texting Ashley to tell her that it turns out that Smitty is not home because she's just trying to get into it all. You know what I'm saying? So then her and Martin sit down and they have a little talky talk. We'll get back to that later. Now Jacob was upset at his who was upset at the door screaming at not Jacob, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jacob is upset with Grayson because he's at his door screaming and like like he done forgot that he don't want nobody to know that he the popo. See, but Jacob, this what you get for giving everybody your address. I told you the candy lady on the block. You may as well be selling them icy cups and stuff. Chico sticks. Lemon heads. Just go on and sell everything out the front door. So it'll be a reason why everybody at your door. Cause I mean everybody know where you at. Everybody know where you at. Jacob know where you at. Naomi know where you at. Smitty know where you at. I'm not Jacob, I'm sorry. Grayson. Grayson know where you at. Do Ren know where you at? Cause I don't know if Ren been over there yet. But I think Ren has been over. Yeah, Ren been over there. And now Randy know where you at. Everybody know where you at. Everybody. We know where you at. So, I'm what you at, but anyway, he was at the door screaming, having a fit. And he was like, boy, don't be in here screaming at my door. I'm the popo. Do you want the people to know the popo in here? So then when he looks up and sees Smitty, he grabs some scissors out of his pockets. I'm like, child, first of all, them some dollar store scissors. I know them scissors when I see them. Them some dollar store scissors if I ain't never seen none. I bought a pair one time, went to cut something and the scissors broke in half. I was like, see here, this why you can't be supporting the dollar business for everything. It's good for some things, but don't never buy no scissors from around there. But anyway, I suppose that if they had a broke, they'd have still been useful for what you doing with them right now, raising them up to pull little Smitty. Don't be raising those scissors up to Smitty. You know Smitty's scary. But besides that, Smitty got on his special costume. I believe that it not only makes him where you can't recognize him, it's probably knife and bulletproof too. So this ain't gonna do you no good. This ain't gonna do you no good. I'm just saying. And sidebar, Smitty, why is you standing in the doorway like this anyway? One thing to tell you about Smitty, Smitty ain't scared to let you know he really scared. Okay? Because even though the man had put the little pair of scissors down, he's still standing over there by that door in case he need to run up in there and shut that door. And lock that door up in that bathroom and scream, okay? Which is what I would have did too, except you could have stood by the front door because you can get out and run, okay? But anyway, now Carlton and Nicole at Orphe Jeans for a pre-dessert before they go bake up some cookies and cakes and things this evening. And so he mentions that I'm going to avoid the macadamia nut pie because it reminds me of Hawaii, when your husband had stole you from me. And she said, yeah, but you got me now, and that's all that matters. Girl, don't you mean he got you for right now? For the time being, ain't that what you meant to say? Because you know good and well, if Kyle show up, you going to be running over to his house too, girl, because this how you do, girl. This how Nicole, I think you need to buy you some Febreze and spray it in your house and then sit down. Because that Febreze seemed to work like blessing spray for you, girl. It keep you acting right. Get you some of that Febreze, girl, berry Febreze, and spray it up through your house so you can sit down somewhere. Because, my God, today. But anyway, Ted comes over there to Shanice because he saw her. He was like, hey, how you doing? She was like, what do you want? He was like, well, I was thinking that maybe we could share a massage and some champagnes and some strawberry. Oh, I'm sorry. And some strawberries. And then, just chill out after work because I know you're tired, your feet hot, talking to her like Lou Ross did in that song. Yeah, girl, I know you're tired, your feet hot, and rub your back. You over there talking like Teddy Pendergrass. Turn out the lights. Give me some hot oil, baby. She said, no, I don't think so. She's like, you know what? A massage sound good, but not with you. I ain't about to do nothing with you. She act like the cat on a hot tin roof. That's a good comparison because that's true. We could start calling her cat on a hot tin roof. We could. We could. But anyway, after he got knocked down from Shanice, he went on and left. And then Ashley says, You ain't the only one got man troubles, girl. And she was like, what? Because you know Shanice loves some gossip, and we do too. So, girl, I know you was leaning there like, girl, what's going on? What you mean? You and Grayson having problems? Now, Danny catches Andre on the phone making plans that sound top secret. And he's evasive about it when he gets off the phone. So then they end up. Okay, so then they gon' okay, so what had happened was they had like this thing where they started telling each other stories and making up things, role playing, but telling it through stories. And so in this scene, they was like back in the 70s. And I meant to get a picture, but remember in the Wiz when them things was riding on the motorcycles that had them big afros with them sunglasses on with them beards, and they was riding on the motorcycles through the factory. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Andre, that's what it's giving. Andre, that's what it's giving. Why is your afro all the way down on top of your sunglasses, sir? Why you didn't tell them people you can't see? I mean, I know this wig is over your eyebrows. Ain't nobody wore their thing like that in the 70s. No, they didn't, because somebody would have said, man, do you know they got your eyebrows covered up? Yes, the flying monkeys. It's giving the flying monkeys, but not unattractive. But the look. I mean, because Andre's a nice looking guy. That's not what I'm saying. But the styling of it all is just reminding me of the flying monkeys in the Wiz. It is. It is. It is. It is. But anyway, I'm not understanding why we needed to be put through these paces today with all of that. Because we did not want to see this. I'm sorry. We need to listen. I don't care what y'all say. Andre and Danny's whole thing is nothing but pitch and woo. Because that's all they do. That's all they do is pitch woo. That's it. No. This why I don't care about seeing these two together. Because no, absolutely not. I don't want to see it. Find them something else to do. Though this was cute and Danny looked good in her afro. She did. I'm not gonna say that. They cute now. Don't get it wrong, because Andre is a very handsome man. But the styling of this was giving flying monkeys, but toned down and on the cute side. Like if you cuted up the flying monkeys, this what it would be giving. I'm sorry, but that's what I thought. And Andre cute now. Ain't nobody saying Andre ain't cute, because Andre's a very nice looking man. But I'm just saying, don't do this no more. Now, Danny catches. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking down the wrong thing. Danny tells Andre how he could be a secret agent for all she knows, because he act like it. And he's all ears. And she reflects back to them role playing and them meeting over jeans, dressed in 70 fashions. They flirting down. Them froze was taking me out though. Blah, 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 blah. And, and that's what had happened. And we don't really care. So we just going to move on. Now, Shanice asks about Grayson and how he doing. But Leah interrupts and sends Shanice away so she could holler at Ashley by herself. And then she started, girl, let me talk to you for just a minute. And Ashley was like, what's up though? What you want? I'm like, girl, that is a good question, because we do be needing to know what it is that she want, okay? Now, and Leah is scary. I don't care what y'all say. If I had a boss that looked and act like this, wanting to talk to me off to the side, I wouldn't want to be talking to her. I wouldn't want her to be talking to me. I would not. I would not. Okay? But anyway, she done pulled her to the side. She want to have a talk, and I'm saying, okay. Now, Grayson still got them dollar store scissors holding them up at Grayson, because he still need to know who this, what's up though. So, Smitty tells him that, like, he's there to help with the situation too. But he's like, I want answers. And he tells Jacob that he wants, Jacob tells him, he's like, I want to solve this thing. I just want to solve this crime ring. And Smitty is trying to do the same thing. And he's reporting on it. Now, y'all done gave Grayson a lot of information, in my opinion. Now, I don't really know if Grayson need to know all this. Hey, Kelly, yes. I don't really know if Grayson need to know all, because not Grayson know everything. He know that Smitty is working with the reporting. He know that you ain't really undercover. Child, it's too much. Too much information. I told you the candidate house. You the candidate house, Jacob. So he was like, we just want to get this thing over with, and we want to blow this whole thing up and just get it over with. So he was like, I want to get out of town. I want to leave, and I'm taking my mom with me. And he says, I want to get out and I want to leave just like Max did. So how you know Max got out? You don't know what happened to Max. We don't know what happened to Max. You may not want to be like Mike. You may not want to be like Max, okay? You may want to, you may not. Because we don't really know what had happened to him, okay? But Jacob says, wait, hold on. Okay. But Jacob says, hold on, I'm trying to see what I wrote here. He says, I'm leaving like Max did. But Jacob said, you take one more step and I'm jumping. Okay. So he was like, you take one more step and I'm arresting you. That's what Jacob told him. He's like, if you take one more step, because he was like, I'm about to go. He was like, no, if you take one more step, I'm going to arrest you. I'm like, what you going to do? Jump on his back and ride it like we used to do as kids on each other's back? Like we fighting and stuff. What you about to do, Jacob? Because that's about the only way you're going to get him to take him down. I'm just saying. Yeah, Grayson had them dollar store scissors. Get them some dollar store scissors. Put them things down. They ain't good for cutting nothing but biscuits. Now, Carlton sees Sonny Anderson. Hold on, where is that? Oh, I missed this whole section. I didn't get pictures of this. So Carlton saw Sonny Anderson, the food critic, and he was nervous about going over there saying hello. Yeah. You know, let me say something. I don't really know if she watched the show or not. I don't. I know that it's on CBS. I know they gave a shout out to the Drew Barrymore show. I know that we talked about what she did, but even when I done seen her do them little things on the show, I'm not so sure that I really believe. I believe it be overacting and stuff with her trying to act like she excited to be on the set. Do you listen, girl? Sonny, do you be over here listening sometime? Girl, is that really you? Do you really be watching the show? Because it don't be giving you really be watching the show. You know. But anyway, they was glad to see her. She was like, I just love the peach cobbler over here. And us over there on the set, we really love it on the Drew Barrymore show. I'm like, shout out to the Drew Barrymore show, which I do like Drew Barrymore, though. She cool. And so she got a shout out and everybody. But I tell you who didn't get a shout out was us, even though they did use the word gatekeepers again on the show. They did. And I told y'all, anytime they do, we just going to say that was for us. We are. We are. They just going to claim it. That's ours. That is. But anyway, she goes back to her table. Him and Nicole go back to their table. And they decide to leave and have a little dessert at home. I was like, they already got dessert here. Where y'all going? What y'all about to do?
So much fun baking cakes. So much fun baking cakes. Whee!
Need to be at home, be at school, learn a vocation or something. Y'all going home doing stuff y'all ain't got no business. We already know. We already know why y'all left here with this good dessert that they had up in here talking about y'all was going home get some more dessert. We know y'all going what y'all going home do. We already know. We already know. Okay, hold on one second. Let me find this back here. Okay, so once they leave, Sonny says, I'll have what they're having. Kind of like a play on When Harry Met Sally. That scene. Whatever, girl. You know, I ain't hating on you, Sonny, but I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, Martin and Naomi sit and they chat. I don't think I have pictures of that either. Hold on. Wait, I thought I did. I'm going to use the picture I had earlier. Okay. Martin and Naomi, they sit and they chat about, since Smitty's not home, and they talk about the champagne too. Talk about the champagne too. She mentions the Senate run. I don't know what they, the campaign, child. They talk about the campaign too. And she mentions the Senate run. And she's like, I know you probably done thought of all the reasons why you should run, but I'm thinking about the reasons why you shouldn't. Child, let me tell you something about your brother. No matter what, is this her cousin? Yeah, this her cousin. No matter what you say to your cousin done made up his mind that he is going to do this run. Your cousin has made up his mind, like he said, Granddaddy done said he got my back if anything should happen. Martin just believes in jumping off stuff and somebody gonna save him. Mine don't really worry about consequences. I know somebody else that's like that. Do what they want to do, and all the consequences, they worry about that later. They ain't really worried about that. They talk about the cotillion. And he also admits that he thinks that he did the wrong thing in not punishing Tyrell by not letting him see his girlfriend anymore. So he's probably will be making an adjustment in that. And to that we really kind of said we don't really care. Now Shanice had to stop over in Ted's office to drop off something that Leah gave her to pass out. And he was like, wait, let me talk to you. So they sit down, they talk for a minute. And Ted was like, why are you mad? Ted, you cannot be this oblivious, sir. You ain't stupid. But he was like, what's going on? What's tea? She said, I cannot deal with you and your feelings for Leslie. And he said, but I don't have any. We don't know what you got, but we know you ain't got good sense. Now, Ashley tells Leah that hold on, let me find a different picture because I don't know how this got out of order, but I'm just going to back up. Okay. So Ashley tells Leah that she broke up with Grayson. He's a loser. He's a loser. She's like, we're not together no more. You ain't got to worry about that. So she texts him and tells him that was a smart move after they get through talking. She's like, smart move, Grayson, breaking up, getting her to break up with you. Because you know what else? It would have been a knuckle sandwich. Well, she ain't said all that, but that's what she meant. Now, Smitty leaves and Grayson tells Jacob, let me find this picture again of them sitting on the edge of the bed. Grayson tells Jacob that he was scared and needed help, and he went to Ashley. That's the reason. He says, that's the only reason why I went to her. I needed to do something. What else was I going to do? Bleed out? And he was like, okay, I can understand that. He was like, I didn't want to get her involved, but I was hurt and I needed to go somewhere. So I went over there where I thought I could trust and go. So he explains that he didn't know when he got into this that it was a crooked thing. Like, I thought I was just making some extra money on the side. I did not know these people were still in it, because at first they just had me dropping stuff off to places. See, that's how people get you. They get you involved with it just enough because ignorance is no protection under the law, right? So he was like, I was just dropping off what they told me to drop off. And then I found out that it was something that was illegal and I wasn't supposed to be doing. But by that time I was in too deep, He's like, and I just wanted to help my mother out who's in the nursing home, who needs help. So that's all I was trying to do. He says, but once they threatened my mother, they done threatened Grayson's mama. Now that's low down. Even Leslie probably wouldn't do that, even though I don't really know she could. I don't know. But anyway, he said that scared him, and so he was too scared to get out. And now Ashley has dumped him anyway. He was like, which I know you glad about. So he said, but I needed the money. He was like, so Grayson finally agrees to talk. He says, but first he needs something, an agreement from Jacob before I tell you anything. And what I need is non-negotiable, because he wants his mother taken care of, and anything other is not going to work. And Jacob said, no problem. We can do that. So, man, you supposed to say my mama, and then I want impunity. If anything happened to me, I want to be untouchable. So he was like, Jacob says, I want the name of the person at the top. I want the name of the impaler. So Grayson agrees to tell him what he knows. And I'm like, ooh, is he really going to talk or no? Danny and Andre share another role-playing fantasy. This time she was a country bumpkin from somewhere, but she ended up to be one of the Duprees from behind the shiny gates of the palace. If y'all don't stop having this very intelligent woman have conversations and do things that what a 16-year-old would be doing, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Danny's too brilliant for this. Can we just stop? And that's all I got to say about that. Now, Smitty comes home early, and Martin is surprised. He tells Smitty that he's been thinking, and he think that us letting Jessica letting Tyrell off the hook about Jessica was wrong, and maybe that wasn't really fair. And Smitty is like, because he ain't listening, because Smitty is in deep thought right now. He just had them dollar store scissors put up to his neck almost, so he a little shook up. So he was like, what's wrong? I want to help. And he was like, huh? What? I'm like, child, talk or don't talk. We'll be back. So Ted admits to Shanice that, yes, I do have feelings from Leslie. And I'm like, okay, we getting somewhere. We are leaned in, sir. We are leaned in. He says, My feelings are that I can't escape. He says, and I can't escape it. Shanice is like, well, I'm glad you finally admitted it. And he says, well, what I have is crushing regret. But Shanice feels that his feelings are that he really does have feelings. So Ted said that he grabbed a bottle under the influence when he got with her, because she was like, look how you went and got with her. And he was like, no, I had grabbed a bottle, got drunk, and that's how I got with her. She says, well, I tell you what, you grabbed the bottle with one hand and you grabbed her with the other one. I was like, ooh, Shanice, girl, child, tell us how you really what? But she ain't lying though. She ain't lying. Sometimes people want to do things and blame it on the alcohol, but baby, Shanice ain't buying it. Shanice ain't buying it. Would you lay down with a bear just cause you drunk? No. You don't get busy with a snake cause you drunk? No. So don't be trying to put it on that. I mean, drunk is drunk, I know, but tipsy is tipsy, but come on now. But he insisted he don't want no Leslie. And Shanice says, well, one thing I do know is that our bed is starting to feel very crowded. And I know that old big booty she got, girl. It probably both of y'all got the big booty. So I know that's too much to be in there at one time, child. I know I'm just saying, both of y'all. Both too much. Ted can't keep up. But let me tell you what was happening over here in Nicole house. Carlton and Nicole over there pitch and woo, right? I mean, they pitch and woo hard. They over here baking cake, beating the batter. They doing all of the things, right? So Carlton in there making, let me tell you something. Now, I thought it was kind of diabolical when he reached out there and kissed her arm like that. I was like, now, Carlton, are we acting or are we would? Are we acting or what we would? But anyway, so Nicole was loving it until he messed around there and said, oh, my sweet Nicole. And then all of a sudden, she was thinking about Ted. It switched from him. It switched from Carlton to him. But you notice Carlton still had his shirt on at the time, ma'am. Carlton still had his shirt on. But not when you went in there and started thinking about Ted. Ted didn't have no shirt on. Y'all, you was meat skin on meat skin, ma'am. I'm just saying. You was chest to chest, madam, when you was thinking about Ted. I'm just saying. I want to be pointing out the small things that matter. You took the fantasy to a whole nother level, sis. But anyway, all of a sudden it was Ted saying, my sweet Nicole. I'm like, girl, Shanice, girl, let me tell you something. Lean in, Shanice. Girl, why you over there worried about Leslie, girl, who you need to be worried about is Nicole. Because that bed is crowded. It's like, come and knock on my door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his, three's company too. Question is, are you Chrissy? Are you Chrissy or are you the other girl? Janet. Are you Janet or you Chrissy? Which one are you, girl? Because I think y'all got a Jack situation. You got one of them situations. You got a situation going, But anyway, girl, I don't know, girl. Y'all got Three's Company too going on down at y'all over there by y'all, child. That's too much. But we knows and we ain't going nowhere till we get to the bottom of things. You know we're not. You know we're not. Okay. But anyway, let me move on. Because, they got the Three's Company going. The music is, all y'all need is Mr. Rope around that thing, okay? Now, Danny gets back to the mysterious phone call. Now that she through playing around, now she want to talk a little more serious. She was like, now let me ask you something. What was that phone call I heard when you was all over there making plans, talking about don't say nothing, keep it on the low? And it turns out that he's going to be going to Tokyo and Korea for Fashion Week. And he's arranged for her to come to the Chelsea Cat Fashion Show. Because remember, the girls were on the phone talking Japanese because they got a deal over there with somebody in Japan. Well, he's arranged for Danny to go. Oh, that's so nice. And we still don't care. Now, Naomi goes to see Ashley. She will be at work all night long. She said, don't worry about me because Naomi's going to go instead. You know what? Naomi a good friend. Naomi a good friend, girl, because I wouldn't be over at your house. Your boyfriend done showed up, stabbed all up in the side. I no, ma'am. And you can't come over my house. But I'm telling you what I'm do for you, though. I will Get you a nice hotel room. And I will also suggest you go over there by your mama house. This is mama stuff for mamas to do. This ain't for me to do, child. This is above my pay grade. I'm scary. I done told you I'm scary. Unless we go over there and spend the night over to my in-laws' house. Now we can go over there together. We can go over there and stay all the time, baby. We can go in, go out, stay. We can sit on the porch. We can do all of the things, but not us by ourselves. No, we not. But anyway, she stops by and tells her that, and then she says, "No, I'm gonna be at work all night. I'm good." She was like, "Okay." So Naomi leaves, and then Shanice comes over to talk to her, and she says that she will give Ted another chance because Ted had left her a little note. No, that hadn't happened yet. She said, "I think I will give Ted another chance." And she's like, "How did it go?" She's like, "Girl, I think I might give him another chance. Still girl, it's Ted. You know what I'm saying?" I was like, "Okay, girl, go on back in there, girl. Go on back in there." Now Jacob gets on the phone and calls his daddy and gets a deal together for Grayson. Grayson was like, "I'm sorry, I need to talk to him myself." So Grayson gets on the phone. He was like, "What? Okay, that sounds good." So Grayson is gonna get protection for himself, for his mother, and when he found all that out, he was like, "The name of the person is Leah Whitmore," and he was like, "Leah Whitmore, the chief of staff." Baby, we don't know how this gonna go, but we are leaned in because we definitely got to know what's going on. Now, Martin, and thank you, Grayson, for finally opening up your mouth and saying something. And if y'all notice today on the sidebar, Grayson does have dirt on both sides of his face again today, not like it was yesterday when he had rubbed off on the left side. Today he got dirty face on the left and the right side. Thank you, won't he do it? Okay, now, Martin wants to practice for the cotillion because he can't dance. Martin is the one that can't dance. Okay, it's TV. So they practice the dancing, and then Smitty is missing phone calls left and right because the phone is laying on him behind him on the couch. And I'm like, child, since when has Smitty ever missed a phone call? But he did, but that was nice. Down to the hospital, Ted sees Leah, and they chat about Shanice. Why you want to know about Shanice all of a sudden, ma'am? And why you all up in Ted's face all of a sudden, miss? I'm just trying to figure it out. She was like, "How things going with y'all?" And he says, "Well, we've had a hiccup, or whatever." She was like, "Well, redemption may be easier than you think. So then he leaves, and then she gets a phone call, right? Hold on one second. I want to make sure I'm not ahead of myself. So he left, and Ted, wait. He leaves, and then Shanice comes back to the desk, and he's left a note there that says, with that ice cream, that chocolate ice cream. Remember, this is what started everything with them when they was in his office for the first time, when they was in there baking cakes on the couch. Y'all remember? She came in there to bring Ted some chocolate ice cream in this cup, that little hospital ice cream thing right here. So he left her one of those and said, "Hope we can share this soon, Ted." Now, Ted, how you know she was gonna get that? Any of the nurses could have got it, sir. You don't really know. And then what if the wrong person had showed up? You need to learn how to do this a little better. You should have put on that Shanice. Put her name. Shanice gets the note, and that's when she was like, "Well, I might give him another chance." "Well, you might as well stay. Might as well stay. Girl, you are so weak. But so are many of us, so we can't really talk. Now, Smitty sees he's missed calls, so he gets on the phone and he calls Jacob back to find out what's going on. He was like, "You're not gonna believe this." He was like, "What's up?" He was like, "It's Leah." Smitty was like, "What? I know you lying." I was like, he ain't lying. It's Leah. And speaking of Leah was on the phone talking to Ren, and she's like, "I need help over here because everything was going wrong with the drop off, and I'm having issues." See the way she was talking today, she wasn't talking like the boss. I don't think Leah is the impaler. I think Leah. See, remember, here's the thing, because this is what made sense to me now. Grayson is in this because he needs money, and they keep looking for people who are having money problems. And then let's not forget that Lynette stole all of Leah's money. Maybe this is why Leah is involved with this thing. Maybe somebody approached Leah and she needs some money to hold on to her mansion and her Maserati. She still got bills to pay, student loans to get back to. I think she got caught up too. I do. I do. I think that's what we're going to find out. She got caught up too. She going to be snotting and crying and begging and pleading. And then Joey's sister about to show up and be like, and I don't care what's going on. You're going to continue to do everything that I told you to do, or I will slap you down. Just watch and see what I did. I'm going to get the butterfly on that. Watch and see what I did. But anyway, she's on the phone complaining about how things ain't going good and she got some loose ends that she needs to tie up. But when she said that, she was looking over there at Ashley. But I hope y'all realize she was looking over there at Shanice too. What this mean? Cause who girl, which one is the loose end? Is it Shanice or is it Ashley? Cause I got a feeling, girl, you about to come for Shanice, and that's the reason why you and Ted made a slight connection today. But we got to wait and see. I don't like to get too far ahead of myself, you know that. Now, Carlton gets up to go get Nicole some water. You know, I want to say something, but I'm not. so bad. I want to say something so bad. I like to watch Westerns. One of the things I learned in watching Westerns is that if you riding your horse for a long way for a long time, you can't give a horse cold water because you could give it a heart attack. It should be lukewarm water. Maybe that's why the water was always out in the sun. They don't need no cold water. So I hope there was some warm water. You went up in there. So, I ain't saying nothing there. So he goes and gets her some water. And while he getting her some water, right, she go right back to thinking about Ted. Oh, my sweet Nicole. Nicole. Not Nicole. Girl. Po Shanice. Girl, you can't even be mad, though. You knew this man was not healed yet. You knew it. We knew it. Everybody knowed it. Okay? So you can't even be mad, okay? Because you knew this man wasn't healed. But listen. Maybe Carlton will want Ted's ex again, girl. Huh? If you gamed, he might be into it, girl. Because he's a good man, Savannah. Girl, clean up on aisle 5. Girl. If Dr. Nicole throw Carlton over to the left, girl, just go on over there and pick it up, girl. It won't be the first time you done did it to her. Well, she ain't gonna care because if she get Ted back, it look like she might. Yeah, you know, whatever. All right, let me check a couple comments. Make sure I got everything highlighted. It needs to be highlighted. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Setobadoxy. Thank you so much. Setobadoxy. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let me go over here and grab this link and put it down in the comment because it's already 9:45. Okay. Let me see, did that post? It did. And with that, I ain't about to waste no time for y'all. We're gonna go open up these Friday night lines and get dogging. The lines are now open and you know you wanna gossip, so
share what you're thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, tell me what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you're thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
come on up here. You know you wanna gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
Child, y'all know y'all want to gossip and argue. You know you do. You know you want to argue. Come on up here. You daddy, I see you back there. Hang on for me. First of all, let us take a moment to thank all of our sponsors. Hold on one second. Let me pull up the graphic for that so that we can read the names off. You all give it up for the sponsors because thanks to them, you all get a chance to hug the night. You get to live to hug another day. So we want to send a thank you to Setu Badaksi. Thank you so much for being a sponsor for tonight. We appreciate you. Myrtle Tinsler, thank you so much for being a sponsor. Linda Bias Barnett. Also to Peggy, to Keisha, to Cynthia Willoughby, to Angela Yvette Jackson. And Angela, I think that's your first time commenting. I don't remember your name. Be on Purpose. Thank you so much for your being a sponsor tonight. Jasmine Williams, Jazzy Poetist. Hold on one second. Let me take that picture down. Okay. Let me put my graphic back up. Hold on, because we ain't through reading. Okay. All right. Jazzy Poetist, and to Raven Maniac, to Linda Bias again as well. So thank you, Linda. Thank you, Raven Maniac, Jazzy Poetess, Jasmine Williams, Be on Purpose, Angela Yvette Jackson, Cynthia Willoughby, Keisha, Peggy, also to Myrtle Tinsler, and Seta Biodoxy. Thank you so much for being sponsors for tonight's live. That mean you, are you ready to all go? I am. I'm ready to argue, baby. I am. One of the things I'm ready to argue about is what had happened with Leslie, Eva, Dr. Nick O, and Kat. First of all, let me tell y'all this. I don't think nobody was wrong for saying nothing to nobody at the country club. I mean, now, if ever there was people who needed to be ready to get at it, this was it. Okay, this is the kind of stuff we need. Moments down to the country club where they are going at it, okay? But I disagree with this whole thing about y'all. Eva should have this, Eva should have that. No. Eva came in that place. She did not know her mother was there. She told her mother immediately, no, we supposed to be at Orphans. Let's go. And she's like, no, I'm not going nowhere. We can stay right here because I doubt that they'll be through here. Eva did not want to stay there. She asked her mother several times, can we just get up and keep it moving? Can we just go? And then she talked to her, do you not have any shame? Do you not feel bad about the way that you've done things? Do you not? And she was like, no. Now, here's the odd thing. And it struck me as odd, too. I don't feel that Leslie was wrong for how she felt and the way that, because she expressed herself in a way that made some sense for a change. So she's right. It was liberating for her. It was liberating for Dr. Nicole. And it was liberating for Eva. Now, the manner in which she did it wasn't good, but it would have been the same outcome if she had knocked on the door, showed up to the job. We'd have had a problem with no matter how it came out. But don't you think Dr. Nicole should have known that she didn't have what she thought she had? Because I would want to know. If there's anybody sitting in the room with me and my man, and they know more about you than I do, or they know something about you that I don't, or what I got ain't what I think it is, and this person sitting over here grinning and skimming because they know what I think I got ain't what it is, oh, I'm about to be mad. I don't care how we found out. I don't care how it happened. It don't really matter. Bet it happened at the party because it might have saved your life. Because I might have went in at the house. I might have did too. I might have sprayed a whole can or that Febreze on your clothes or something. I'm just saying. It's better that we found out this way. That's what I'm going to say about it. All right, you all, with that, we're going to start unlocking this panel. Let me take this one comment down. Give me 1 second, and then we're going to welcome in the guest that we have. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, give me 1 second, please. All right, thanks for holding. All right, ladies and gentlemen, gatekeepers and honorary troublemakers, it is that time. Y'all know how we do it. We are unlocking the panel and inviting the people up. Okay. So coming to the stage with opinions, passion, side eyes, hot takes, dramatic reactions, and probably one of the um, best arguers around. Please make some noise. Put your hands together for tonight's panelists. Okay? Welcome, panelists. Up first is the one, the only E-Daddy. E-Daddy, welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
How are you this evening?
Great.
All right, thank you so much. Also coming to the stage, put your hands together for our own Jasmine Williams. Welcome to the stage, Jasmine.
Hello, hello.
How you doing this evening?
I'm good.
Good to hear, good to hear. All right, you guys. It's already 9:52, so let's get into it, right? Leslie and Eva. What was y'all take on that this week? Do you blame Eva for not for being at the thing?
Well, I don't know why she was at the country club.
Eva looks like she was there to work out.
I see.
Mm-hmm. She looks like she was there to work out or something because she was passing through. She was passing through to go meet her mother at Orphagene's. And when she texted her mother, she said, because I took a picture of this to put up for you guys tonight. So hold on, let me put it up. Okay. She texted her mother and she said, on my way to Orphagene's to meet you for lunch. So when she sent the message, she heard her mother's thing go off and she turned around and was like, oh my God, like, what are you doing here? Because she wasn't supposed to be there. But a lot of people have issues with Eva because of them being at the country club. But y'all good?
Well, my problem with Eva was the way that she was just like scowling at Kat and Nicole. I could understand her scowling at Kat, even though this time Kat really didn't deserve it. But her scowling at Nicole and propping up her mother, even though she knows her mother is wrong. And we ain't gonna get into this whole thing. We know why but I'm like, come on, girl. Really?
You think she
Really?
scowled at Nicole?
Yes, she did.
Okay, I'm about to look at it. Hold on.
I didn't like the way she flipped the script, you know. And for Leslie to call that an Independence Day, that was really insulting because we all know that Eva could have been emancipated long before that party. Leslie purposefully lied to that girl.
Who
So
called it?
we all know that whole backstory.
Who
So
called
for
it?
her to call that an Independence Day and oh I want to be here for my baby girl, none of this had anything to do with her baby girl.
I said, who called it an Independence Day?
Leslie did.
Leslie did.
So it wasn't.
She
Eva.
called it Liberation Day.
Liberation Day, that's what it was. Yes, Daddy.
So it wasn't Eva who called it an Liberation Day.
No, it was Leslie.
It was Leslie.
Are we blaming Eva for that?
No.
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. So now
Leslie.
Now I'm getting ready to see what had happened. Wait, hold on. My Bluetooth is on. Let me turn that off.
And what transpired here a year. Look, I swear we're not trying to play any games. We are not trying to.
So first thing Eva says is, I swear we're not trying to play any games, because she had been trying to get her mother out of here. And she was about to get her out of here, but they ran into him. We agreed on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cause a scene. We are all acutely aware of what today is and what transpired here a year ago. Yes. Liberation. Liberation.
So Leslie right out the gate says, yes, we know what transpired here last year. Liberation.
Yeah,
it's
just honestly, I feel really bad for the Eva character because she is so completely brainwashed and clueless and trapped. And, you know, the only way she's ever going to find any peace in her life whatsoever, she got to cut that mama off because that girl is tortured. You notice every scene she's in, she's tortured. She looks tortured. She looks miserable.
Yeah, because if you don't know what somebody about to say or do, and I'm just trying to get you out the door, And the
Yeah,
first thing out your mouth is something way over the top.
every
Oh,
time,
Lord.
all
No,
day
she's
long.
like, oh my God. This girl gotta have high blood
It's
pressure.
exhausting.
hmm
I'm exhausted for her.
And when she said that, I'm looking at Kat's face. It just so happened to froze on this. Kat is scowling. And I don't blame her. Because, okay.
No, I didn't blame Kat at all, not one bit. Leslie was as the menace to
Liberation for
society
you.
was out of pocket as
Oh, she
usual.
was. But she's not wrong at the same time about what she's saying. Now, if we're talking about where she's saying it, how she's saying, but what she's saying is not wrong. It was Liberation Day for you. It was Liberation Day for me. It was Liberation Day for my daughter. Because
Well,
everybody had been
I don't
living
know
under
if
a
it's
lie and
liberation. It
being
was just
hidden.
the day that the secret blew up.
Well, it was liberation because until then, Leslie had to live in the shadows with her daughter in the shadows, not even existing because Bill had threatened her life. So she was in the shadows. So she's like, I got liberated, you got liberated, my daughter got liberated. Now, I'm not saying that the way she did it was right, but she's not wrong in what she said. Now, how she said it, where she said it, that's the you know. But it was an effective liberation day for them all. Nobody got to lie no more.
Well, she did tell the truth about all of that, because the secret was blown sky high.
The cat was out the bag. Let me see what else happened.
Liberation from all those dirty little secrets that kept us from our rightful place in this society.
Okay, now that part, girl. I don't know what rightful place you had in this society, girl. Nah, girl. Did y'all like that hat? That hat was sharp.
You are a menace to society. That's what you are.
Wait, hold on.
And liberation for you, my dear. From a marriage that was built on lies.
That's not no lie, though.
Honestly, you should be thanking me.
Mm.
I mean, if I hadn't come back in town, then you'd still be playing the dutiful, clueless wife.
Mm.
But look at you now, Miss Nikki.
Ooh.
Got you a whole buffet of fine men.
Oh, now see, you know what? I don't know. She said you got a whole buffet of fine men now, thanks to me. I don't know. That would have hurt. I don't know.
You know what? I'm just so over her. And, I know Nicole is the queen of hoit-and-toit. But she'd have been tasting my knuckles. Sorry.
I think she deserved it, but she already laid hands on her one time.
And that was kid stuff. That was nothing.
She said, "You're welcome." But you did like that hat, though, didn't you, Jasmine?
Well, I got a couple of spiffy hats myself, so.
That's what I'm saying. In your picture, you got on a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. I gotta get to the rest of that scene. Hold on. I want to say something so bad about Clifton Davis in that scene where she was rubbing on his shoulders. Hold on. Okay, let's see.
Ready for lunch, honey? Mailing a thank you card is proper etiquette when one receives a gift.
An argument worthy of the Supreme Court.
Dr. Nicole is not scared to give one back, though.
She doesn't need to be meddling in a case that's already attracting the wrong kind of attention.
Be quiet, Bill.
Mailing a thank you card is proper etiquette when one receives a gift. I'd send one to your house, but I hear that your move-in date got pushed indefinitely.
Come on, Nicole.
Are you sure you're still hungry, Mom? Because you just ate and didn't leave a single crumb.
That was so rich, girl. You just ate and didn't leave a single crumb. Girl, go on with that.
Charge it to the Thomas account. My treat.
Oh, how sweet. Well, I guess I'll have to.
I think that was really the end of it. They said it was going to charge some food.
I bet you they don't. Why would they have to charge food to Leslie's account? She's just unbelievable.
Well, it was meant to be insulting.
Yeah.
Like have
she's
a meal and you
unbelievable.
can charge it on my account now. Just pay for that. But then that's why they said we'll order the most expensive stuff. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay then. All right. So we'll move past this because I'm sure Var gonna come in here late and be like, wait, I got something to say. Oh wait, E Daddy, where your mom at? How's she doing? Oh, there she is. Okay, I was just asking about her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage this evening our one of our day ones, one of our sweet little stars of the channel. Welcome in, Miss Lil. How you doing this evening, Miss Lil? Welcome to the stage.
Actually, this is Evans. I was just saying up for her. I got disconnected on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, sister. How's she doing? Is she good?
Yes, she's
Okay.
she's about to come.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to know what was going on. All right, all right. So let's talk about. Oh wait, let me tell y'all this. Did y'all see who coming back next week? I got it on the screen. Do y'all see that?
Yeah, Magic Mike is the one suing Madison.
Did you see that, Daddy? Oh, he might be gone again. Okay, yeah. For a minute I didn't know who this was, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the guy that the girls got the money for
Mm-hmm.
at Bill's firm.
Mm-hmm. But now, see, if they had really wanted to make this soapy, they should have let Allison be the one to bring the lawsuit to put all the trouble between Chelsea and Madison. That would have been
Mm.
real snappy right there.
Wow. Mm. Well, this is about to be interesting too. That he back here with this thick knot tie. I know that he ready to start some stuff. He is ready. Okay. Ted and Nicole shared a moment this week. What do we think?
We all know they're going to get back together.
You think they are?
Eventually, just like Danny and Bill, it'll
Mm.
be a roundabout, but they'll circle back around. But I really wish she wouldn't, because Ted is such a weakling. He is weak, weak as water, weaker than water.
He's clueless sometimes.
He's stupid
He's
and
clueless.
weak.
But of the three men
Shanice
that
needs
she,
to run.
but of the three men that she's, if we talking Ted, Grayson, or Carlton, who would you rather see her with?
You mean Kyle?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ted. Yeah, Ted, Kyle, or Carlton. Who would you rather see her with?
I would just like to see her have fun with Dr. Ra Ra Rollins.
Really? I don't think
Yes.
he was good.
Because Carlton is creepy. It's something about him. Carlton is creepy, and he's weird. He's like a, I don't know. He's a weird. Something is up with him. He rubs me the wrong way. And Ted is just weak. He's just weak.
Mm.
I I,
Okay.
I don't like him with Shanice. I don't
Oh,
like him with Nicole.
you don't like it? Okay, so you would rather she end up with Kyle?
Yeah, for now. I mean, not to say, oh, you have to, marry Kyle. You don't have to do what Danny did and run off to Las Vegas and none of that. But you're a grown woman. Just have fun, enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But Carlton is just he's weird. It's something up with him.
Mm-hmm.
He could even be the impaler because he's always going away on these unexplained trips.
Precisely. But so is Carlton.
You mean Kyle?
Carlton. You were talking about Carlton.
Yeah, I was talking about
Oh,
Carlton.
okay. This is my Kyle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Either one of them, because both of them always gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and I ain't seen Dr. Robert Rollins do too much anything medical yet.
No, he's always doing it off screen.
Now, hold on. I was about to read somebody's comment. It says the one good thing about Liberation is Eva finally learning the truth about Ted and how Leslie lied to her. That's what Belinda Hill said.
But Leslie suffered no consequences for any of it. If I was
Mm-mm.
Eva, if I were Eva, I would never forget showing up at that door. I remember what Kat said to Eva, "You're dead to me," and Eva just buckled over like she'd been hitting her gut. And
Mm.
then Mona looked at her and scowled and walked out the door. And then when Eva showed up at that house, the apartment was chain locked. And when Leslie slid the chain off, she said, "You can knock like everybody else," before she kicked her out. And she said, "Mama, I don't have anywhere else to go." It's like, and she sat there or stood there with that glass of wine while that girl was crying and kicked her out that apartment. I would never forget that.
We have not
Never.
seen Mona since she slapped Randy upside the head.
I'm sorry, say it again.
We ain't seen Mona since she slapped Randy upside the head.
No.
Very strange. Very strange. And with no explanations. They got to get better with the explanations. It's just
Yeah,
what I
the writing is really bad right now. I mean, I thought they would kick it up several notches, especially after they got renewed for 2 seasons. But the writing is terrible.
mm-hmm.
And the thing is, there's all this potential
Did
to
they
have
just get
these.
2 years or did they just get 3?
They got 2.
2, okay.
But the storylines have all this great potential. They've left all this fruit on the vine. They left all this money on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it
Yeah, they're going to have to help us understand that.
because I'm not even interested in Danny and Bill anymore. Because Bill is as stupid as Ted is weak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ain't neither one of them like the greatest men in the world. Now, they're successful, but, success don't always equal a good sense.
You need character, and really the only one that has, well, it's not perfect character, but the one with the best character is Vernon. But Vernon is shady. We know Vernon is shady.
Vernon got some secrets.
Vernon is shady, but at the same time, don't we all want a Vernon doting on us, rubbing our hands with cream, bringing us stuff, making sure everything? I mean, everybody wants a Vernon,
Mm-hmm.
but
He's a little
Vernon is
too
shady.
perfect.
He's shady. He's
Mm.
shady.
Well, I'm gonna
Every
tell you,
single man on that
if they
show is
really want to
shady.
fall out, they really want to swallow out our chair. Let them need to be the impaler. I'd be ready to fall out. But somebody had suggested that it could be Doug.
That was me. I said that.
That was you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that would
Was
be.
he come back with a whole new face?
Mm-hmm.
Because I keep saying I think he's hanging out on the Sheila. And I think Marcel is involved. And wouldn't that be? I just said that. I just think it would be incredibly soapy to have Doug show up, brand new face, and he's the impaler.
Yeah, I mean, it could be possible since they are detectives that Malone has been undercover right out front without anybody realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I hope so.
And Malone was the one that pulled Dougie from the car. Remember, allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. So I mean, that's a great rabbit
Was
that
there
they could pull out of the hat.
was there a body? Was there a fire? Was it just like that's why she only got that ring?
Yeah, it was supposedly a fire, and he was like a crispy critter, and there was nothing left but the ring.
Ah, yeah, he might be back. The cat might be back on the very next day.
Yep.
Mm.
Because that could have been anybody in that car.
When Shanice talked to Nicole about Leslie, what'd you think about that?
I
When
thought it
she
was
went to her and
weak.
she was
It
like,
was
"Girl,
weak.
what
It
you
was
think?"
weak.
And
It was
I'm like, "Girl, who do that?"
it was weak. I mean, you're a grown woman. You can handle your own business. Why you that was a weak move. It was weak. But she's so insecure.
Mm.
She is so incredibly insecure. She's very intimidated by Nicole, and she's very intimidated by Leslie.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to learn to stay out of people's yard. As they said, don't get in my rocking chair if you can't keep it up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you worried about Nicole every step of the way, and you worried about Leslie, girl, and we have yet to see June come show up out at this cotillion.
Oh, Ted's jaw will probably drop like a wolf.
Yeah, because he was flirting hard with her for a minute.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure she's going to be gorgeous. This is going to be the Pygmalion moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's gonna be gorgeous. Oh, sure. Because Jasmine is a beautiful lady anyway.
Yeah, she's gorgeous
So
in real
yeah, I
life.
think they're gonna bust her out. Everybody gonna be like, "Woo!" I mean, maybe Carlton might take a second look because Nicole don't want him.
She does not.
Mm-mm. She like playing with him because he's the nice, safe guy.
And she likes playing with Dr. Ra Rollins because he's the fun guy.
He's the bad boy.
Yeah, he's the fun guy.
He's the ungettable guy. That
And you saw how she lit up when he walked in there. I mean, she lit up like a Christmas tree.
She do. I'm just so glad to see you. I'm so glad you came. I'm like, child.
I was gonna use that key. that you gave me.
Girl, sneaking in somebody's house at night ain't nothing to be bragging about.
And no, it's not. Especially at your age, honey.
She got to spend a night bag. Girl, stop it already.
You done had too many spins around the sun for this.
Now, Leslie was also in there holding Ted's hand talking.
Oh, she made me sick. Oh, Anita hurt my feelings. And whine, whine, whine. And Ted fell for it. She made me sick with that crap. She started it. Anita didn't hurt her feelings enough as far as I was concerned because she still got the last word in on Anita. After that whole confrontation, she wound up getting the last word. And Anita was standing there with this guilt look on her face. And I really wish Anita would get over the Barbara guilt. Look, the business is hard. The business is hard, period. If you don't want this hard business, don't get in it. It's not Anita's fault that Barbara didn't become a major success and she couldn't handle it. That's not Anita's fault. Anita's got to get over that. And she's got to stop letting Leslie guilt her. Because Leslie got the last word and walked away. And then she tried to feign like, oh, Anita hurt my feelings. I'm like, girl, no, please.
Be on Purpose says they need to have some better plots because the Impaler storyline is a flop and they are wasting Danny and Andre. Hopefully they get something. Deanna, June, and Lynette never need to miss a week. And he says this is May sweeps and it is not sweeping. And Linda says, I think a lot of people missed the text Eva sent to Leslie. Yeah, I think they did too. Linda, are you behind, child? If you just talking about that text message. You might need to close your thing and come back in again because if you way back there, child. All right. But anyway, yeah, the storylines are flopping a little bit, just a little bit because they're going on too long. Hey, Miss Lil.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for one of our originals, Miss Lil.
Hi, Miss Lil.
How you doing, Miss Jasmine?
I'm good. TGIF.
Oh, that's wonderful. I heard you on and you've got, I think you've just about gotten like E-Daddy. A lot of people are disappointed in general and other influences, not just you, because they feel like, you know, the show came on. It came on. This show had more influences taken on for recapping probably than any other soap that I know of. And then now they just raised us all the way up to 90%, and now they went back down to 45, and they just keep staying there. And see, this is the bad thing about when you start off with the bang, you have to keep the excitement going. There are some people who only like it when there's some crisis going on. They don't like normal behavior. So now they don't know what to do with themselves. We live on.
We live in a microwave society too now, so people want things fast and in a hurry. So they don't want to wait out long for these storylines to end. You just need to have a new one cooking.
That's right.
Well, you know,
look at poor, what's her name? Haley. And somebody pointed out that Haley started dropping in November. Now it's almost a year and nothing. We don't want anything to happen to Bill. We don't want him to be unalive. But there's nothing. At one time, he went in for his regular labs, and the labs were showing that they were off. But of course, they had no indication about the medication because it's tasteless, and odorless, and it does not show up in the bloodstream. But it did influence other labs, and nothing happened. You know,
nobody followed up. Nobody followed up with it. So
give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second, you guys, and I'm just now seeing that Rhonda Reed has sent something to the Cash App. So Rhonda Reed, thank you very much for being one of our sponsors as well tonight. If you guys sent something to Cash App, you have to tell me because I don't get notifications telling me that somebody sent something. My phone is just not set up that way. So thank you so much, Rhonda Reed, for the Cash App. I appreciate that so much. Let me see that she sent a message with. Oh, that's cute. She got like a strawberry sundae or something on there. I don't really know how to use this well. So the only thing I can ever send y'all in a reply is a heart because that's all I know how to send. That's all it shows me that I can send, really. So thank you, Rhonda Reed, for being one of our sponsors for tonight as well. We really appreciate that. I'm sorry, you guys. Go ahead.
I do not want a Bill to be unalived. That's not what I want. But it has to be some kind of a drama where there's some question marks. and Haley to be put on hold. I mean, she got away, and then she had the nerve a few weeks ago to tell Randy to give her a fatal dose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when this show first started for me, because I've been watching soap since the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped watching all the other soaps because they all, the great, it was a great All My Children and the great One Life
Oh
to Live.
yeah,
They Agnes Nixon and Gloria Monty, who were
yes,
like the divas of soap writing.
yes, yes, yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
I stopped watching Young Laressus because I got sick of Victor Newman. And
Okay.
But
he
the
and
writers never let him get
they
consequences when he
never,
does get
never.
consequences.
And
It
I'm
lasts for
getting
3 or 4 months.
very close. I'm getting very close with this.
Oh
I'm
no.
getting very close. I'm trying not to, but I mean, when this show first started out, for me, I said, "Holy cow, this is must-see TV." I was scouring YouTube, anything for any tidbits I could get about the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, what sucked me in was that scene when Leslie took Laura off the road, and when she pulled that hat off and that shook that hair out, I said, "Oh, here we go." So
Yeah.
you go from that kind of excitement, and then I started checking out all the YouTube, all the content creators, and I love this one. I only chime on to a few,
Mm-hmm.
but I love this show, and I appreciate the job you do every day because like I said, I appreciate the hustle. But it went from must see TV to like I'm just listening to content
I
creators.
know.
Mm.
Um,
Well, you know what? Like I said, I think that if they were to, oh wait, let me add Daddy back. Hold on one second. Okay,
And
Daddy, you back.
I want to say
Huh?
I want to say something. I totally agree with Jasmine. When the
Mm-hmm.
show first came on, it was must see TV.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, in episode one, Vanessa was one of my favorite characters, ironically. Then after episode three, then I started not to like Vanessa, but that's not the issue. The issue is this show was box office at the beginning, and now it's just terrible. In fact, today's episode was one of the worst episodes I ever watched. There was so much filler, it was ridiculous. The whole episode should have been about the Impaler. Instead, we had we had a 70s reference to Blaxpation, which is white people. Oh, I can't say it. Sorry about that. But anyways, they had a 70s black movie, and then they had some medieval fantasy. I don't want to watch that.
You know, like I said, if they would just, this is the truth. If they would just clean up some of these storylines and end them, or at least get them further along,
Mm-hmm.
there would probably be no complaints from people at all. And I hear more people saying, like, I'm going to stop watching. I'm going to stop watching. I'm not going to stop watching, but
No, I'm
I
not
just
going to
need them
stop
to move it
watching, but
along. Like, let's move it along because I know that these are some talented writers. And, just hit us. Just keep every week. If you hitting us not every week. That's too much. That's too much. Every couple of weeks, every month, if y'all hitting us with something new, we're here for all that.
no, I think they should hit us with something dramatic every week to keep us tuning in. I mean, I've never seen such. I mean, Friday is Cliffhanger Friday.
Exactly.
I remember the Soap Network. I used to watch the Soap Network,
Mhm.
and we loved Cliffhanger Friday.
Well,
We
right now,
love.
we're not on Friday right now.
What the heck is this? This is no Cliffhanger Friday.
We're not
This
on
is
Friday. We're
no,
not on Friday because we
the
preempted.
Friday episodes are like filler. They're nothing.
Exactly.
I'm saying because we're not on Friday episodes, we got preempted.
It counts. If it's preempted, then today's episode counts as being Friday because there was no Tuesday or Wednesday episode at all.
Now, what I'm saying is, if there had been a Tuesday, Wednesday episode, then Friday episode would have been Friday. But what you saw today was really a Wednesday episode.
We have not had a Cliffhanger Friday.
What's we do it
I cannot remember the
last
last
week?
time.
So that's
I mean,
Wednesday,
It
Thursday.
doesn't matter because
Had a
it doesn't
Tuesday
matter
episode
because when
today.
we had 5 episodes in a week, we had filler Fridays.
that's what I'm saying. We haven't had a Cliffhanger Friday. I
In a
can't
while.
remember a cliffhanger where actually you're like, ooh, I can't wait for Monday. This gonna be so good. It's
Mhm.
like the episode is good, then they give you the little teaser fillers. You're like, oh my God, I can't wait for Monday. I haven't
Mhm.
felt that way about this show in a long time. They
Mhm.
lost their mojo.
Same here. And you know what? One of the content creators says, and I totally agree with him. He said that's because of the co-writer Tracy Thompson.
Well, I don't know that we're going to say that particular people are the reason why something went down because we don't know that. Where's the feedback at, Keisha, on who? Let me know who has the feedback so we can see if we can adjust that. But anyway, we don't want to say that one person in particular is the reason for the blood.
It's not all on one person, but the writers have a lot of power, and she's working with the executive producer, so they have a lot of influence. They basically run the show.
I know, but I'm saying we don't. I don't know that we want to say one writer in particular is the problem. You know what I'm saying? So,
I wish they had kept
but the
Josh
storylines do
Griffin.
need to be the storyline. Okay, let us know if
It's not Josh Griffin.
I did make
Josh
an
Griffin's
adjustment.
from Y&R. It's that Robert guy. That was Michelle Van Gene's co-writer.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who was
Yeah,
in
they
there
did have a
first,
lot
and
of
he's not
switches. They
there
had a couple
anymore.
of people that
So
left. They had a couple of people that left. That's true. But even still, we just need them to clean up these storylines a little faster.
yeah,
You know,
the fact that we're
hit us with
talking
some
about
bam
this
bam a little
instead of
more often.
storylines
Yeah,
speaks
hit us with that
volumes.
yeah, let's do that because and what if any of them should happen to tune in? The only thing we want you to walk away with is that we want to see the show thrive.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
so
I
we're
want
just
to see
coming
the
back
show
now
Friday
talking
too, but
about
it's gotta
what the
get
people.
better. These Friday episodes are not good, and Friday's supposed to be your best episode. You're supposed
that's
to put your
right.
best content that day.
That's right.
Okay, so let's
You're
take
supposed to
take
keep
turns to go
people
down
on
the
the
line. Let's
edge
take
of
turns
their
and go down the
seat.
line because let's talk about this as if one of them is listening. Okay, so Daddy, what would you say needs to be the improvement for keeping everybody really interested in these storylines? What would you say that is? And
It
talk as if
needs
you're
to be
talking to one of them.
entertaining because every day I find the episodes boring. It's the show right now that I'm the least looking forward to because there's no entertaining content, there's no drama, everything is a snooze fest, and it's like I said, there's no Friday cliffhangers. And Friday's supposed to be the episode you're looking forward to in a soap opera. I've watched these shows since I was a teenager, and even I knew then that the Friday episode is the most powerful episode.
Okay, and Miss Lil, what would you say that if you were talking to one of the, if you like we had a chance to talk with the people who are writing, what would you say you feel that that you think would help it to hold everybody's attention?
To stop, number one, opening up new storylines and leaving old storylines that are 6 and 7 months old, bring them to some kind of a halt. Even if you can't completely solve the issue, close that issue and then work on another issue with those same people. And do not rely on all of the time this hatred between Kat and Eva has gotten old. I mean, Kat never has to like Eva. That's one thing. But we don't need to go through all this drama all the time because when I look at Kat reacting the way she did this week with her family and other people, she's tolerable. But it's all of this hate that when they have her with Eva. And another thing too is that when they have new storylines, if you're going to come in with exciting, don't let it get dull and then go to the side. Keep the excitement going until you find something that you can pick it back off if you want to go someplace else.
Okay, and Jasmine, what do you feel that they need to do to hold the viewers' attention more?
Well, I concur. The big problem is that the stories are moving too slowly.
Mhm.
There are too many loose ends. They keep introducing new things before they've cleaned up old things. And it's really a shame because such brilliant groundwork was laid at the beginning of this show for
Mhm.
these stories. So it's really a waste that now all of these stories have come to a sluggish pace and it's boring.
Mhm.
And Friday, in the classic soap tradition, Friday is supposed to be the cliffhanger.
That's right.
Okay.
And
Exactly.
it has not happened. I cannot remember the last time there was a cliffhanger Friday on this show.
Okay.
So they need to fix that.
Okay.
There was definitely cliffhanger Fridays on the first few weeks. The first 2 weeks definitely had cliffhangers.
Yes.
So they were on the right track.
You know what? Now I feel had they handled the Impaler storyline differently, today could have been a cliffhanger in that if we just found out that Grayson knew who the person was, and he said the impaler is, the person that's working for me, that I'm working for, is Leah, but we already know all that, so it wasn't like it did make me go and that he actually told it, but I'm like, they could have executed that differently. Now we don't we want to give honest feedback, but let's build some things up too. So what do you think they're doing well? I'm gonna start with Jasmine. What do you think the show is still doing well?
From when they started?
Period. What do you think they're still doing well?
Well, I love the the sets and the
Mhm.
makeup
Mhm.
and the glamorous way that the actors and actresses are presented. I mean, I think it's one of the best looking shows. Well, it is the best looking daytime show. I mean, it's
Mhm.
the look of it is exquisite.
Mhm.
Um, so yes, they are doing that well, and I like that they keep the language very current and true to the characters. I
Mhm.
think they do that well.
Okay, Mister, what do you think they're still doing well?
I concur with Jasmine. I really believe that their fashions and even the models themselves, the actors themselves and actresses are some of the best looking physically and the way they dress them. I do believe that the Duprees, being foundational Black Americans, they set a fairly decent example for the upper class foundational Black people.
Mhm. Let me look at some of these comments down here. I just want to catch these two. Bobby Wobby said, "I feel like they're taking the fans for granted now."
Hmm.
He says,
Hmm.
"Exactly. Not everyone needs to have a storyline. Also, um, they only do just the fashion well." He feels they're definitely evolving across the board. And Keisha said, "Getting more moi." Okay. Now, I think that there's still they still are working very hard for this show. I think that shows that they're working very hard for this show. I also think that when you have shows like this, it's got a lot of pressure on it. I also want to give a little bit of grace to the fact that I know they have got to be under a lot of stress working over there at that
Hmm.
net.
Hmm.
And so working over there at that network, you just never know what's happened behind the scenes.
That's right.
That's true. That's true.
And
Try to
one
So,
of one of
make
the
them.
influencers even said that, and it's a shame because he is of the other culture
Mhm.
that they're bringing so many people in and giving people like Vanessa long storylines, because in his opinion, this is what keeps a storyline, not a storyline, a show going when you add more of the dominant culture in.
Mhm.
But it was supposed to be about foundational Black people.
Mhm.
exactly.
Mhm.
So
Listen,
it's almost like they pulled a bait and switch on us.
I know.
It's
I
Mhm.
like
don't
they
think it's that.
started. It's like they started off, and it started off so strong, and it got us in there. We bit it hook, line, and sinker,
I
and then
Mhm.
agree.
we got in there, and it's like, what the heck? They pulled a bait and switch on us.
Because
They did. They did.
he was really upset. He does not like Vanessa, and that week when Vanessa did 4 out of 5 days, he just couldn't believe it. This is supposed to be for foundational Black people, or based on foundational Black people, and you've got the other culture coming in. And his point was is that maybe they're doing that to save the show. But if you look about at it, like I was telling E Daddy, a lot of, and I'm sure Jasmine knows this too. The other three, I don't know about General Hospital, but the other two soaps are on, they are basically all the dominant culture except
Mm-hmm.
for The Young and the Restless has the Winters family. That's a dominant Black family.
Mhm.
But The Bold and Beautiful has no dominant Black people on it at all, and no dominant Black families. They and the people they do have on a biracial, like what's his name? The
You talking about
grandson,
Zenday? You talking about Zenday?
Zende, yes,
But
Zende.
they did have a black family on there. They had the Avants.
Oh yeah,
Remember,
but that was
because
from about
that's
three
where
years
Maya.
ago. Yeah.
That's where Danny came from.
Yes, I
And they
remember
also
Because
had
that.
the, but they also had the Buckinghams. But and I feel sad about the Buckinghams because they had Mrs. Buckingham commit a crime, and now the Buckinghams are just pariahs now.
Mm.
Yeah, they did have on. She was a cardiologist, but after she got under pressure with this man for blackmailing her
With
and
Wayne Brady, her husband. Wayne
and
Brady played her
yeah,
husband.
and then, well, they blackmailed her for him because
Mm-hmm.
he owed a gambling debt, and she had to pretend somebody was ill and giving them a diagnosis that they didn't deserve and medication properly that they didn't deserve, and
Mhm.
it just went down the hill. But we have no black families on that show now. But you're right. I remember when Maya's family was on there, and now we have one black dominant family on Young and the Rest. Yeah, the Young and the Restless is the Winters family, but that is true. So they can have an all cultural family show. But I guess what he's saying with foundational black people, in order for them to keep the ratings going and keep coming, getting renewed, they have to add more and more of the dominant
Yeah,
culture
yeah.
in.
Isn't that a shame? That's a
That's
shame.
pitiful. Yeah, that's
Okay,
That's
but
real.
I want to.
That's really an indictment on our
and this was
society.
a person who was of the dominant culture that said that.
Okay, so I want to say that I think diversity on the show is okay. Okay, and we may have to accept that this show may not be what it started. People have built many, many networks on the backs of gaining us as viewers and then getting rid of what they built it on. We may have to
Mm-hmm.
accept that that's what's coming. And so I'm saying, could you imagine what it's maybe like for them now sitting in those board meetings when they're talking about things behind the scenes? And here's the deal: we're going to keep you on, but you're going to need the XYZ element of P, and then we're going to need to see more of this. And, this will not be predominantly whatever.
Hmm.
You can keep
Oh,
saying that
I'm
it is, but
absolutely
we may show
sure
you
that.
that on the front.
But that's
So
what this
we just
But
this
have to know
you're
that
right.
that's what
I'm
they're
sure
working
this
with,
is what's
right?
happening.
And that the
I'm sure
storylines
of it.
may being asked to be.
And I agree with Jasmine.
But you remember on Good Times when Thelma wrote that play, and it was like, well, why does she have to be a black lady? Like, why does she have to do this and that? And so it may be some of that going on. And so we got to give these writers some grace because I'm sure they're going home angry and upset about the things that they've got to write around. And then the
well
other
this
thing about the bait and switch, I just wanted to say, if anybody bait and switched you, it wasn't the writers. It still had to be the where they're having to air this show
Well,
from.
no. What I'm saying, the show overall, whether it came from the writers or the uppers or whoever it came from, at the end of the day, we as an audience got baited and switched on. And of course now we're invested in this show. There are a lot of content creators out here that are invested in this show. Many of them have fallen off by the wayside, but a lot of people have invested in the welfare and the long-term success of this show, because I
Mhm,
think that even this show has an effect on the success of that show, because we get together to talk about that
mhm,
show. So they
mhm,
can turn around and say, hey, you got people on Friday night, they get together every week and talk about the show. That's
mhm,
kudos to you. But
mhm.
at the end of the day, we got baited and switched. And
well
the writers probably got baited and switched too. They thought they could do XYZ, and lo and
And being
behold, you
told no.
can't.
Yeah, because if
you
people
know,
keep
it's a
on.
possibility that they did not, and this is what this that you're correct. This is what this influencer was saying. As I said, he is a member of the dominant culture, but he was saying that it's a possibility that they got renewed on certain. You got to do this and you got to
Mhm,
do that, because
Hmm.
even his being one of them was saying with Vanessa and Joy taking up all the time they're taking up. Do you know, on some weeks, Joe and Vanessa get more attention than Anita and Vernon, and Anita and Vernon are the foundational black family
Hmm.
that this show is built around.
I think there's eventually going to be another co-lead for the show, meaning that there will be another somebody equal to Vernon and Anita.
I would love to see another family on this show.
No, what I mean is that on from the other side though, because I think that they want this show to be more less not well, no longer a show about prominent African Americans. I think that we're just going to have to be ready to accept that that's probably what's going to have to not happen. You got to be in reality of what's going on today. Because of what's going on today, I'm still in awe that this show got another 2 years. But I think it got another 2 years based upon some behind the gates things that's
Some
going to be going on.
behind the scenes,
Yeah.
behind the
hmm
gates.
Yeah. But it's still a great show. Don't get me wrong. It's still a great show. I'm not saying that I'm by no means saying that because I still love the show, love reviewing the show and all of that. But Yeah, and
I
that's a
mean,
good
I
point that
mean,
you made, Jasmine. We're spending more time talking about that than we are the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see Anita and Vernon wield the power that Victor and Nikki wield.
Oh
Mhm.
my goodness.
You talk about a prominent family.
Mm.
Victor and Nikki are like the Czar and Czarina.
But in this
In
not
this
culture, what's that
climate,
other
it's
word?
not
Yeah,
gonna
in this
happen.
climate,
In
in
this
this
climate,
climate
it's not
right
gonna
now,
happen.
mm-mm.
But I'm saying when this show started out, we thought that we were getting a black version of Victor and Nikki. We thought we were getting a black version of the Newman family. We got the dominant matriarch and patriarch. We got the highly successful children.
Hmm.
We got the highly successful grandchildren. But we thought we were getting ready to get a boss gang up in here.
I'm telling you who y'all about to get though, and
I
that's
know,
Vanessa and
I
Joy.
know, I know,
You
I
about to get
know,
Vanessa and Joy step up.
I know, I know. But that's what I'm saying. This is why I feel they pulled a bait and switch on
They done gave
us.
Joey a house
Mm.
before they even gave Leslie a house.
Mm.
Joy got a house, and then the strongest person, one of the strongest people on the show, gets stricken down with cancer.
Yes.
She may not be able to sing anymore.
Yep.
So we still waiting for her strength and all of that to show back up. And even I don't know. But see, now you got me thinking because I'm be truthful. When I was writing down the stuff to talk about this week, right? I'm looking at this now and it says Ted and Nicole share a moment that also happened last week. Grayson finally stands up for himself. Okay, great moment. Joey's sister. We've been talking about and who that could be for the past month now.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't have no answers on that. Kat's on the case and talks about Leah to Lynette, which didn't even make any sense to me. But okay, that happened. And Shanice talks to Nicole about Leslie. That was really dumb. Because ain't no black woman worth the salt in her greens about to go, child, no.
No way, no
Yeah,
way.
no. Should Jacob call his daddy? Because he seems to be getting in too deep. Is Naomi in trouble or Ashley? Okay, that was something I was kind of interested in. Who is that Leah was looking at? Was she looking at Shanice or was she looking at Ashley? Because it could have been either one of them. Okay, so let's move to this because I had this down here. Which storyline would you like to have did we say this last week? I'm not sure. Now that I'm asking the question, what storyline would you like to see finally tied up for the show?
I think we talked about we wanted Haley and Bill's storyline.
Okay, I think we did because now that I wrote it down. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So who do you think is the bigger villain on the show? Joey, Leslie, Bill, Vernon, Haley, Leah, or the Impaler?
At this time, probably the Impaler, because Joey doesn't seem to be flexing his muscles a lot. We don't see what goes on behind the scene with him. But now, what I had a problem, well, not really a problem with when they first started talking about the Impaler. I specifically remember Joey saying something about you don't want to get involved with that. They're bad. He made it sound like they were just off the chart bad. Now I'm finding out Joey is following the people, so it looks like he's a part of it.
I don't even understand who following who and stuff no more. First of all, you got Jacob got somebody looking. You got Bill got somebody looking. Is that different from the other guy that he had looking? Now Joey got somebody looking and Randy got somebody looking. It's too many people looking.
And Lynette has disappeared.
Well,
Or did she?
Joey told Randy to pull the boy that Randy had put on to watch, and he wanted this done by Randy's own eyes. But my question is Joey doing this to get something on Martin, or is Joey a part of the plasma ring?
Who knows? Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me thank the sponsors for tonight. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up something I can play and show because my graphic is too short. So I'm just going to play the membership song.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
Eyes glasses.
Island. And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership, so shh, tell them Richard. Let me in here.
Thank you again to our sponsors, Rhonda Reed, Sato Biadoxi, Myrtle Tinsder, Linda Bias Barnett, and to Peggy, and to Keisha, and to Cynthia Willoughby and Angela, Yvette Jackson, Be On Purpose, Jasmine Williams, Jazzy Poetess One, Raven Maniac. Thank you guys so much for being a sponsor and unlocking the panel for us tonight. We appreciate you big, big time. And a round of applause to you all. All right, you guys, what were you talking about now?
Oh, we were talking about, okay, you were asking who is following who. And we were talking about when the show first started, Joy was one of the person that was warning, and I don't know who he was warning about them pillar. You know, it made it sound like they were just treacherous people. You better stay away from them. Even little June, remember somebody mentioned it in the place where she works, and she said, "Oh no!" She drew up like she was afraid to even listen to that name. But now Joy is following Smitty, and I'm trying to figure out, is he following Smitty to get something to use on Martin, or is he a part of the ring? Is Joey a part of the ring?
Well, you know, Joey's always working an angle. But what I do not like about the Joey villain scenario, even though I really like Joey, I don't like that he has to be the big bad boogeyman, the villain, the Snidely Whiplash of every single thing wrong going on in Fairmount Crest, or in the DMV rather, not behind the gates. I mean, there has to be another villain. It's too obvious. He can, you know, they're trying to make him like the Sonny Corinthos of the DMV.
He is the villain with power, and like people were saying about Leslie, people take her for a joke now. All this twisting her behind and putting it up in men's faces, nobody seems to be taking her seriously anymore.
Well, you know, she's not real money. She's new money, and the horrible thing about her, what happens with a lot of new money, all of a sudden you think you're better than everybody else because some money that you didn't work a day in your life for landed in your lap. So now all of a sudden you walking around insulting everyone and thinking that everybody's beneath you and everybody's only there to serve you because you happen to have a bank account with some zeros in it.
But
So
that's not always true, because remember Guild Age, and I didn't get into it, but I know that the people in New Money didn't play games. They actually wanted to establish themselves instead of act like less and just spend everything.
Yeah, right now, I don't know. How would you guys like to see the character of Bill go forward?
I really would like to see Bill catch on, first of all, to Lester. That's been a lot of complaints about people, or maybe not complaints as much as observation. Bill is a brilliant man. He's internationally known. He can play with the best of the street players, and he's sleeping with the player every night, and she's pulling the wool over his eyes. And that's what some people have said they really would like. I would also see, I'm not on board with so much of Bill hurting Andre and messing up Danny's life. Let him be punished for a while, because he had a choice and he had a chance with Danny, and he didn't really appreciate her. So I'm not one of those persons that's just looking for him to get back with her, but I would like to see him become a little bit more of a role model. He doesn't have to lose all of Bill's ways, but a little bit more cleaned up and a role model, so he could show the men how to be men. Because Edad even pointed out the men that tend to have testosterone are the men that are not morally always okay. But the men who seem to be morally okay, they're weak. And now people saying that Ted is so weak now, he's weak as water. I think Jasmine even said he's weak as water. He just doesn't.
Ted been weak ever since they switched him out.
That's right.
I agree.
And I don't know that I could, and I don't even know how. I hope this comes across the way that I'm saying it. I don't even know why they brought the new Ted in only to make the new Ted weaker.
I don't know, but look what they did. I agree with you. Look what they did to poor Doug. I mean, that just bothered me. It bothered me by no means that you bring a man in, a renowned cardiologist, and just let him, he's so weak till he saw another man getting
'Cause
ready to throw
the
his
old
wife
Ted
on the
wasn't even
table.
clueless. Do you know that? The old Ted, I couldn't have seen that with him, with things ending the way it did that night. I couldn't have seen it like, well, that's the last time we saw him really was around
Yeah,
that. I'm
but
saying
that, yeah,
I couldn't see him. I just couldn't see him playing it that way,
I
being written
know.
that way. No, because it's not got nothing to do with the person
Most people
playing.
do not. Most people feel the way you do. The old Ted would have stood up better, but the writers are to be blamed because if this Ted, as some have indicated, is a good actor, they're not writing roles to make him seem like he's a real man with backbone.
Well, he is a good actor. He's a good actor. You can only give what's on the paper. So I'm just saying,
Right.
I just couldn't. I don't understand why they made the switch and then made Ted weaker.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
'Cause
I don't think anything about this Ted. I don't like the color suits he wears. I don't. He's just he. I just don't like this guy. He's just terribly cast in this part. He's not visually convincing. It's nothing about him that is convincing in this role. I mean, I I don't know how that could be resolved.
But then why
But
do
Now, in
you?
all honesty, let me say this. I try to stay away from too many personal things about the actors because we do want to have interviews and stuff with them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
no,
listen what
it's
I'm
not the
saying. I
actual.
don't.
It's not the actual actor. It's not Ted Richards. It's not the actual actor. But I mean, but I'm talking about the character.
They
They
start
just
writing the character weaker, and I'm not understanding why.
he
That
he he sounds weaker. He looks weaker. I mean,
I
my it ugh. It, it's
They're
it's
not
it's
putting
hard to
convincing
watch.
words in his mouth. I don't. Let me tell you something. I don't feel convinced about what they have Ted saying to Shanice. I don't feel convinced about what he's saying to Nicole. I don't feel
Nope.
convinced about
Nope.
what he's saying to his children. I don't feel convinced about nothing he's saying to Leslie. The only person I really can feel convinced when he's talking to him is Eva.
Eva,
okay.
yep. Other than that, he talks weak, he acts weak, he looks weak, he sounds weak. He
Well,
just
you
it
are
just
you are
weak.
correct. Eva brings the best out of him. Bring that loving, strong, well,
Maybe that's
loving.
because he ain't made no mistakes in her life.
Yet.
Okay.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
He has never failed
Mm-hmm.
her.
Yeah,
He
you're right.
failed Kat. He failed Martin. He failed
Yeah.
Nicole. He failed her family. He's
Yeah.
never failed Eva because come to find out, Eva didn't know nothing about him. So he can do no wrong in Eva's eye.
And not only that, she seems to bring the best out in him. He's really protective. He's loving, and I agree with you on that. I really like that part of him. But then we have to go back to the writers, and Miss Jen hit the nail on the head. And usually, you won't come out and say things about the actors and the actresses the way we will, but you hit the nail on the head. Why did they change the characters' strength when they changed the people? Why did
Yeah,
they? Why?
that wasn't fair. That wasn't fair to Keith.
No, no.
That
No,
wasn't fair to Keith
it's
because
really
people
not.
people equate that to him, and it's got
That's
nothing to
right.
do with him. He can
That's
only do
right.
what's on the paper.
That's right. That's what I was saying. I was telling you that about Ashley, and after he saw the interview with Ashley, he said even he is more tolerant of Ashley now because the woman that we saw in the interview was full of life.
hmm
She was gregarious and outgoing. This is
hmm
not the Ashley that they display on screen, but as you pointed out, you can only act the part they give you on paper. And I think a lot of people were just against Ashley. Oh, she's boring, she's boring, she's boring. But I didn't have an issue with her. I mean, at work, I think she's a good nurse. She tries to help people. She wants to be involved. One thing she's going to have to learn, and many nurses have this savior complex. You got to stop it because when she started dipping in this man's mother's business, trying to find another home and all this, doing all this research on where Parkinson's is now, and what, just leave it alone. He didn't ask you any of that. If you bring this up, you could say, I read an article. And if he does not tend to get on board. Don't you push yourself and bulldoze yourself in somebody's life. Now, I think she did go overboard that, but I thought, you know, I just really didn't have any issues with her at all, except for when she used to whine and everybody had to babysit her. Now, that's when I didn't care for the character. But I don't know, so many people tended, I guess, to think that she was so boring. But after E Daddy saw her interview, then he began to feel that she had heat there. There was a lot of energy there. It's just not being written to be shown on screen.
But
I
once
appreciate it
again,
about
we're
her.
circled all the way back to what were talking about the first time.
Mhm.
The horrible writing for the characters. I mean, Ashley is a pathetic pick me, and even Shanice now is a pathetic pick me, showing up with protein bars.
And the way they
Oh,
had her
I was
talking at
making
first was like, I
making
would never, a man could never, I would never. And then you just got her doing
yeah,
all this
and
weak
he's
stuff.
showing up with protein bars. Oh, these are the greatest protein bars. Come on, girl, please. So they've dummied down these characters. Now, I don't know
Mhm.
if that's part of the deal in getting renewed. You got to dummy down all the black
I don't
characters.
know.
I don't know,
But look
but
at
they've
Shanice.
dummied them down.
Well,
Shanice even
some of the
admits that
characters,
her
but you know,
aunt
this
is.
thing we don't really want to get into that too much because this thing listens to kicks back all of that, and we're not trying
Oh,
to say one is better
AI.
than the other.
Okay.
Right, right.
But look at Shanice though. My understanding of it is her role model is her oncologist aunt. And look
Mhm.
at what
Brought
Denise
her in for what? What we bring her in for? Just for her to go back out the door?
Yeah. So once again, they are really compromising our characters. I'll put it that way. They're compromising them.
I wanted to
And
say that I wanted to see Leslie end up with Bill. I did. Because I thought it would have made great controversy. I thought they would have made a great couple together. They
oh
both ain't
yeah.
no good undercover. I think that they would have been
Oh
great
yeah, that would have
with
been
the
super soapy.
Duprees. Ain't neither one of them scared of the Duprees. I think that Leslie would have been, hey, I heard about, don't do too much because me and Bill will, shake some stuff up, And I just thought that she's smart because Leslie is smart. It's not like she's not smart. She's smart.
Mhm.
And I thought they would have made a good dynamic
That makes her
duo.
dangerous because
That'd be very soapy.
when you're psychotic and then you have cognitive behavior, in a sense, that makes her even more dangerous to plot and to plan.
You've had Leslie flirting with Malone, with Elon, with Iz, with
Mhm.
Ted, with Joey, with Bill, with Carlton.
Mhm.
Why?
I don't know.
What is the point?
But that's
Could
what
I
people
tell
are
you
complaining
something?
about now. They're
I
saying that she's becoming almost like a joke. Now they're using her now just for it seemed like a sexual tool. She's a beautiful woman and she puts on all these clinging bodycon dresses and pants and walking around sticking her buttocks up in men's faces. And I don't know why they're using her like that. Even as a villain, most people say they don't like her anymore.
Now,
No,
Miss
Because
Leah,
she's not a good villain. She's crude.
now, Miss
She's
Leah, when you
rude.
built like that,
She's
then you're
not
supposed to be.
slick. It's
Look here,
none of those things.
look at Miss
But I
Leah. When
mean,
you built like that,
she
then
and
you're
Bill
supposed to
would
be
make a
weighing
good
some of this.
couple because I do not want him back with Danny. Absolutely not.
Ugh.
Under no circumstances do
I
I
do
want
not
him back with
understand
Danny.
Danny with Andre. I
mm,
don't get it. I
But
don't get it.
I don't get Danny and Andre
And she
either.
ain't been doing nothing productive since then.
Nope. All they do
He
is
ain't
bake
been doing
cakes and
nothing
talk about baked
productive
cakes.
since then. Naomi ain't really doing nothing productive
mm,
right
mm,
now.
mm,
Kat
mm,
ain't really
Mm-mm.
doing nothing productive right now.
Mm-mm.
mm,
Chelsea ain't doing nothing productive right now. Anita
Nope.
ain't doing nothing productive right now. We keep hearing about the Martin go run, but what is he doing productive right now? I tell you who is being
nothing.
productive. Vanessa's being productive.
And
Smitty's being
Smith
productive.
is being productive.
Yeah. What's her name? Shanice was being productive, but what is she doing now? I'm lost.
Tell
Bill
me
ain't
what you
Once
was
really
gonna
being
tell
again,
me.
productive right
You were
now.
gonna
Now
say something.
Tomas is being more productive than Bill.
You were
once
gonna tell us
again,
something
bad
about what I
writing.
said about Leslie's outfits. And you got cut off, Miss Jen.
I was saying now, when you built up like Leslie, you supposed to have on some stuff clinging.
But you
Because I
know
just
what?
told you
But
that
you
I
know
ain't
what?
always been chunking now. When I
But
wasn't,
but you know what?
I'm telling you the truth now. The way Leslie dressed, that was me.
Yeah, body
But you know
concept.
That
what?
was me.
It's nothing wrong with being body conscious because I lost a lot of weight and I go to the gym a lot and I swim all the time and I'm very body conscious. But it's one thing to be body conscious and to dress in a body conscious way, but she's not classy. She's not written in a
I
classy
just want
way.
them to
I
know.
don't look at her and say,
Oh,
"Look at this beautiful, classy woman," because in within 2 minutes she's going to say something crude.
Now, the
And
day
I
she
and I
wore the
and I'll
white
tell you
hat,
something. If I were a guy, I don't care how gorgeous and how wonderful she's dressing. That would be a turnoff to me.
the
That
day
would
that
do
she wore
nothing for me.
the day she wore the white hat in the animal print, she was a knockout.
That was
She was,
today.
you know
I
what's
mean, she's
funny? You know
gorgeous.
what's
I'm not
funny?
taking that away from her,
Let me
but
tell you
I'm
what's
just
funny.
saying, pretty is as pretty does,
When Leslie
as
first came
far
on
as
this
Gump's
show,
mother
she
said.
had so much dialogue that I would naturally start to imitate her. I don't even really know how to imitate her voice anymore because when she's talking now, she ain't really talking about nothing no more. But it used to just be one of the things that and I would just naturally go into this thing that was Leslie. And I'm like, I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I have kind of lost my Leslie.
Because
yeah.
it's a fake Mae West voice, even like with it, go you and little Nikki having your
Little
little
chicky,
chitty chat.
picky,
I
pig.
mean, it's this fake. Everything about this woman is fake. And you're right. What does she really sound like? What did she
I don't
sound
know
like
no
before?
more.
What did she sound like pre-trust fund? Because that Mae West crap started post-trust fund.
Well,
I
one
don't
thing
know.
that they did with Leslie, when you liked her and when a lot of people did not want her
I
to go
still
to
like Leslie.
jail,
I just want them to do something with it.
when they didn't want her to go to jail, they wanted her to stay on. It seemed like the people enjoyed that she could pull stunts that most of us would never dare pull and get away with it. But now she's not even pulling any stunts and getting away with anything.
Mm. And then Bill ain't even in court winning nothing. They off to the
No.
side. Like,
Yep.
I'm not a good lawyer, but what I am is that I go threaten people. Maybe that's what good lawyering is. I don't know because the people that I know that be using the court system all the time say that only criminals really know how to work the legal system. That people who
That's
innocent
true.
do not.
That's
One
true.
thing Tomas is going to have to learn, he's going to have to stop sharing legal business with Kat because Bill was about ready to strike him when he found out that Kat had gone up and approached Leah.
And rightfully so. Right? He has no business
I need them
saying
to bring the
anything to
articulates
her.
back.
No
Everything been different
business.
since the articulates left and since she stopped spraying that Febreze and the food switched out. Them three things, everything ain't been the same since then.
Well,
Mm,
Anita got cancer, so that was the monkey wrench that killed the whole articulate thing for
That's
us.
a good thing to learn that, but we didn't need to be having no storyline that long. We barely had been on for a year. I mean, can we breathe?
that's right. That's
We
right.
over here to forget our problems and wars, and y'all over
That's
here bringing up the stuff that's most painful for all of
And
us.
that's right. People are grieving, and that's what this one, the same one that was talking about how they try to bring in people of the dominant culture, is the same one who said that we come to soap operas to hide from our own issues, and now you coming over here having us grieving, and a lot of people had issues with that. It brought up a lot of pain for a lot of people.
I mean, you done brought up the two things that took the two people out of my space. And I'm saying this thing that she has, I had never heard of until my best friend called me and told me that she had that. And she said,
No,
hey, it's like this and it's this rare. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? So I don't want to be hearing about all of that right now. I mean,
We got enough. Honestly, we have enough things going on in the
in the
world, in
world.
our lives.
that's right.
We just want to have one little hour to
That's
get
right.
into
I
some
wanted to see,
escapism. I
listen,
don't
on
care if it's
Dynasty,
fantasy.
on
I
Dynasty,
don't care if you come back with what was it, the Ice Princess and blah blah blah. I don't care. Can I just have a little fantasy for an hour?
y'all
Give
was our
me some
daytime dynasty.
fantasy.
That's what you supposed to be, our daytime dynasty. You was Dominique
That's right.
Devereaux.
Yeah.
Okay. All I want to see is fabulous clothes. I want to see a lot of cat fighting and
I want to see
backbiting,
people that never work and they
scheming,
dress wonderfully and they
and
eat the
drink
best food.
champagne in the middle of the day. And this is why I told y'all need somebody over there sitting at the table gossiping, because in the real world at a country club, there's some women sitting over there at the table every day. We ain't got nothing else to do. We retired.
And it cannot be Anastasia. I'm not going to say nothing,
No,
but
not
it
an
cannot
Anastasia.
it cannot be Anastasia.
No,
No, ma'am, sir,
it
ma'am.
just need to be a nosy rich lady that be in everybody's business.
They need a coven. They need a coven.
You need
They
that.
need a coven. They need a coven. They
Baby,
do.
I'd be sitting right by my table would be right by the door. I'm not about to miss nobody coming in and going out. Good evening. How are you today? There, oh gosh, you don't know that Leslie in here.
Now, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping because they've hyped up this whole cotillion thing. I'm hoping this is not going to be a bust like Winterfest. I'm hoping this is
Oh, I
really going
hope
to be
not.
something.
Winterfest, really?
I heard somebody say, I haven't seen the
Oh,
pictures, that Samantha looks like a princess. And somebody described what colors they were wearing.
Winterfest hurt my feelings.
Oh,
Me
yeah,
too. What a joke.
Y'all see what we all wore to the Winterfest.
oh,
They
yes,
basically
yes,
got into our Winterfest.
The only
yes.
person that looked good on Winterfest was Danny. I loved her outfit. I hated everybody else's.
Mm.
Danny was the only one. But I hope they. I'm not a cotillion person, but hey, I'm gonna watch. I'm just hoping it's spectacular, and I'm hoping it's soapy. I'm hoping Samantha doesn't win because that's too predictable.
My ex-husband's
Oh,
family was all of that boule, cotillions, and
Mm,
oh,
all of the
mm-mm.
sororities and fraternities. They was all that, all that.
oh, God.
They was all that. They
Do,
all
do, do you
came
know?
out all that.
Do you know my mother was horribly angry with me when I was in college when I was invited to join a sorority and I turned it down. She
Wow.
was furious. She was furious with me. I said, I don't believe in that uppity stuff. And I stood 10 toes down.
But them
She was
get-togethers was dry.
she was furious with me because I turned it down.
Look, his daddy side of the family was lit. But and they were nice people, don't get me wrong, but oh my God, you go over there, they be eating, no, I don't need anything with sugar. I don't.
Oh,
Oh, because I
please.
came and I was like, I'm got my mother to make a sweet potato pie. I was like, oh no, does this have sugar in it? No, I don't need anything.
Oh, for God's sake. It's like
They over there got
it's like
them
you go to these
charcuterie boards.
parties.
I'm like, a charcuterie board. What is that?
But no, here's a horrible thing about the charcuterie board. You go and you look at this beautiful. I've been there. I'm talking from experience.
I don't want no
Beautiful
sugar.
charcuterie board. Got all kind of cheeses. I mean,
Don't
I've
want
been
that
I,
all
I've,
that.
I've been in places where they wheel cheeses in a suitcase. Okay, and you
Mm-hmm.
go up there to get some cheese, and they got these stupid crackers that taste like cardboard with salt on them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, are
Mm-hmm.
you kidding me? Oh, we're gluten free.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, is it
I'm
going to
like,
kill you to eat a real cracker?
that side over there is dry.
Mm-mm.
Well, Miss Jen, how did you? Because you seem to be a fun-loving person and you like to tease. So how did you fit in with them at social events?
My parents were Southerners, so I learned to literally sit on the porch with people and rock back and forth and have conversation. So I knew how to sit there and talk, but it was short for me because, they'd be talking about their glorious careers and, this one was a CEO and a CFO of a Fortune 50 company and dating a supermodel and blah, 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 blah. And they go, well, what do you do? And I was like, I work in retail and I sing.
Oh.
What? What do you do there? I'm in sales. Oh, but they were nice.
And don't
They
you just
liked
hate it
me.
when they
It
say,
was just dry.
"Oh, okay, that's your hobby. What's your real
It
job?"
was nice, but they was just. What did you go to school or did you get no? I did not. So me and my ex-husband would laugh because we pull up to the occasion literally. Now we had what did we have? One time we had a Volkswagen Beetlebug. Another time, what was that car we had? I can't think of the car we had, but it was just a regular car. But literally, you would pull up to one of their events, to one of their mansion, and all you would see is the Mercedes and the this and the that's and the Lexus. I mean, nothing but, okay? And then we pull up there in our little putt-putt. So I'm just saying, girl, I'm like, child, yeah. And then the layout on the table was some salad and another salad and some more
One
salad.
salad, a third one, then a little cup of vichyssoise to
His
cleanse your
daddy's side,
palate.
they was barbecuing, everybody was cooking. That's what I'm saying. So I can do either. I can sit over here and hobnob and
Yeah, me too. Me
yeah,
too. I'm a New Yorker,
positively.
so yeah, I know how to. I have
Yeah.
hobnobbed. I know how to hobnob.
Most expediently, yes.
But at the same time, just because you can hobnob, this is what I don't
It
like
just ain't
about the
fun.
hobnob. You can hobnob, but you got to realize it's theater. It's smoke and mirrors. This is not
Yeah.
reality. You're not better
No.
than anybody else because
Mm,
you hobnob. It's smoke and mirrors. It's costume.
mhm,
It's theater. It's light and shadows, and you
mhm,
can't take that seriously. And
mhm,
that's where you run into the problem. You got to know it's theater. You're on stage for the next 2 hours.
mhm.
It's
And
theater, and so is everybody else.
and that social life is more important to them than reality because they,
Exactly.
yeah.
So it didn't
And
bother you
and,
now.
and
It was
that's
it
that
was lovely
that's when
people.
I have a problem. That's when I
Lovely
have a
people.
problem.
Did it, you all watched The Gilded Age?
We started with you for a little while, remember,
So
and
I don't know
then
if you got as far to see the character Mr. Oh, what was his name? He was the Mr. McCa- McCaster? McAllister?
I
Mr.
don't
McAllister.
know.
I don't know.
He
I
was
didn't
friends to
watch it.
Mrs. Astor. But anyway, that man reminds me so much of his grandfather.
Oh,
They were very high tone, but nice people. Now, don't get me wrong; they were nice, but they were just, just that side of life is very dry.
you just don't. You're so tired when you leave those events because you can't really be who you are.
No, you got to hold it
I'm gonna be
in,
me.
and
I'm gonna be me.
but you have to be you have to be. Well, I was at an event one time, and it was in New York. It was a high, it was a foodie event because I'm a bit of a foodie. And the chef served something. They were doing the Feast of the Seven Fishes, which is a traditional Italian 7-course holiday thing.
Mhm.
And the chef decided to take some liberties. And he decided to serve something called sea urchin rice pudding,
No,
which I proceeded at that table to spit out into my napkin. And a lady with whom I became very good friends with later, she said, when I saw you do that, she said she did what everybody at that table wanted to do, and nobody had the gumption to do it. Me and that woman became great friends.
Hmm.
yeah,
But
you gotta, yeah.
it's like, come on, you're not doing that to me. You took one of my favorite desserts and screwed it up by
You can
putting
sit at
sea
my
urchin in
table.
it.
Look, you can sit at my table, and we gonna laugh and talk and kiki in the corner.
Yes,
Look
yes.
at the other people, girl.
I'm like, oh, please.
I like the people watch. I like the people
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, I do
That
too.
for me is fun. But anyway, But I would love to, I would love to sit in that dining room and just watch the people come and go and give them the eye.
I wonder what does Anastasia? She's retired apparently. What does she do? You never see her with any
Well,
friends.
rich wives really should not work by right of society, or that means that you're not rich.
But where's her husband? We never see
Now,
him.
I saw somebody at the table. He looked like his name was Chauncey. He had a one of them sweaters tied up around his neck.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had never seen her
There's
with
one,
him.
yeah, there's one when her and her granddaughter. I'm trying to think what
Or
episode.
maybe he's an extra,
He
Miss
didn't say
Jen
anything, but
Chauncey.
he was sitting at the table with her. It was her, this guy, and then her granddaughter.
Okay, so maybe she does have a husband, and she's so busy in everybody else's business. I didn't think she did. I
I saw
never
her
heard.
do an interview.
Okay.
I saw her do an interview. I was see, I'd be wanting to watch interviews, then I don't want to watch them because I don't want to um copy anything in the interview in the back of my mind. But I saw it was somebody put a short up, and I can't even remember who was interviewing her. But I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm like, yeah, because she was one of the people down on my list that I would like to interview her.
Okay.
But she's very lively.
Okay.
It's very lively.
Now, wouldn't it be nice to see that whole family come out during the cotillion? All of them come
Yeah.
out to support Chelsea. What's her name? Chelsea.
Samantha.
No, the other girl. No, Anastasia's niece. What's her name? Francesca, yes. So to see that whole family come out, what they call a Chessie, that's it. They call it
Chessie.
Chessie. The whole family come out to support her. So we see Anastasia. We see Anastasia's mother because Francesca is her niece. So it would be nice to see that whole family come out, and maybe it's a stand down now between Chessie's family and Samantha's family.
Yeah.
We don't. Okay, so we can't have Diane Carroll on the show, But is there any actress you could see taking on a role to become like a Dominic Devereaux on this show? Like, do you think it could be
Angela
like
Bassett.
Angela Bassett? Yeah, I was about to say Angela Bassett, or who do you think could come on and really give us rich, old, snotty but not over the top, cool but not cold? Dominique Devereaux-ish, and be able to wear the clothes well.
Either Angela Bassett or
Oh, you know who else?
Taraji P. Henson could. Viola Davis definitely could.
I'm also thinking Shirley Ralph could too.
Yep.
She could, but it don't even need to be nobody that's like pop. I think this is a mistake people make now. They think everything needs to be a name. It don't need to be a name. It just needs to be somebody who played the heck out that role, and then they make a name. I'm so tired of the same people doing the same all the game shows. Like I don't need to see Steve Harvey do. Valerie Pettiford, back. If they brought Valerie Pettiford on here, the one that played Big Dee on one-on-one, not one-on-one. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, with the two sisters.
Oh, it's escaping me.
Through this journey of discovery,
You know, the other one would be
me.
the girl that played Drusilla.
Special. Half and half. Half and half. The lady who played Big Dee on Half and Half. Girl. Because that character, she was very Dominique Devereaux on that show, and it was a 30-minute show. But I loved every time she showed up on the screen. I did. Now get us some Valerie Pettiford. I'd be ready for that.
Vivica A. Fox could do it.
I wouldn't like that. She I
would like to see the girl that played Drusilla. I want to see
more
Drusilla.
young men to play the. Please don't bring on another youngster onto this show that is not your demographic. We want to see some old fine stuff, okay? Some refined. Is Blair Underwood busy? Huh? Can we get him?
Drusilla got a really bad rap though, and I was told that after she made allegations against the CBS that they would never bring her back.
Yeah,
they bring her back
she
for
messed
funerals.
It up.
They bring her back for funerals, but they won't bring her back. She was really, really an excellent actress.
Loretta Devine? I don't know. You know, I like Loretta.
No.
I don't know.
No, she's a little too auntie. She's a little too auntie. That's not the right part for her.
We want glamour. Not that she can't, but I mean,
no.
We need somebody that. Now I want to say this right now, but we need somebody to wear clothes well.
Yes.
A hat, like, because we are here for the fashion. Okay, the fashion.
Well, I guess
Layla Rashawn.
The biggest contender is going to be Angela Bassett.
Bassett.
I can't think of another one.
Valerie Pettiford.
Yeah.
Valerie Pettiford was already Dominique Devereaux on Half and Half. Now I'm telling you. Bring her on. Bring her. Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett would tear it up too.
Mm-hmm.
She would.
Oh, you know who else would be good?
Oh,
Lynn Whitfield. I could see her being like,
what role was she in that I just loved her in, and I don't know.
I could see her.
Probably could, but I don't know.
Oh, I saw her play. She played Josephine Baker.
I seen her in that. Mm-hmm.
I like her. Yeah. I think she could give Anastasia a real run.
Mm-hmm. If they don't fix Leslie, we all gonna be upset. We need y'all to fix Leslie, please. Bring it down. I mean, if ever there was anybody this applied to, we need it.
Craig, calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Oh my God.
Down.
We needed to
But
calm down.
no. But if somebody's going to really go up, like for example, I could see Taraji P. Henson.
Oh yeah,
But
she was good in Greenleaf. Okay,
I
yeah, she was good in Greenleaf. You right, be on purpose.
I could totally see
Oh,
Taraji P. Henson cutting Leslie.
the girl that was in Destiny's Child that was on Greenleaf. That girl can act her butt off. What is her name? The girl that was one of the original Destiny's Child.
Kelly Rowland.
Nope, not her. The other girl that got. Nope, one of the originals. Tanya. Is her name Latoya? Latoya Luckett. Let me tell y'all something. Latoya Luckett acts her butt off and wear clothes like nobody business. Bring her forth. Get Latoya Luckett and bring her forth. Because, baby, the way she showed up in Greenleaf and she was all high tone and high polluting and whatnot, and it was evil, I was not ready. Latoya Luckett can act her butt off.
Are you listening, writers?
And be sharp as a tack. And then go get LeMan Rucker. I'm going to say it and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. If y'all get LeMan Rucker, I promise for the Lord. I won't never miss an episode. I will not.
Are you listening
these
to
people
us,
watch
writers?
with me? I will. I will do it. Ooh, that would be good. But please don't bring no more youngsters over here. We don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want it.
Why don't we
swap out Weakling Ted with oh God, his name just flipped out of my head.
LeMan Rucker.
No, Blair Underwood.
Okay, you could bring Blair too. I mean, bring it.
But I could see Blair and Daphne. I could see Blair and Daphne. I could see that.
Yeah, but just bring on some men that make sense, and then let Andre have Ashley. You know, I don't even see. Y'all might not like this, but I don't even really see Jacob and Naomi as a match.
I don't remember. I was talking one time about Jacob getting a divorce, Miss Jen, and you said no, but I don't see them as a match. And I thought Naomi was going to be careless enough and get pregnant and have to. I wanted that to force.
Let's talk about what couples are. Let's talk about these couples. Do Danny and Haley go together?
Danny and Haley?
I'm sorry, Bill and Haley. Do they go together?
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay,
absolutely not.
Okay, so do Bill and Danny go together?
They do, but they should not.
They shouldn't. You know, they
look good on paper. They look good on paper.
I just don't want to see them because she's been injured one time to the point of almost becoming an alcoholic, and I just hate to see her go down that route again.
Do Nicole and Ted match?
No.
Do Nicole and old Ted match?
The old Ted, I think so.
Yes.
Do Nicole and Carlton match?
No.
Do Nicole and Kyle match?
No.
Somewhat.
Players. He's a player.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even see this. Do Martin and Smitty match?
No.
Do Kat and Tomas match?
No.
Do
Chelsea and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, all the people we done seen her with, did any of them match?
No, that's why she's confused.
And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but they took a beautiful woman like Chelsea, and I just hate what they did to her and messed her up because actually Chelsea would have been one of those fashionable, really good wives that, to a man that a prominent man, and she had so much of potential on top of being beautiful. They just really messed her up. And all those one time, she was doing threesomes and all. It was just horrible.
And then Leslie, out of all the people, Leslie and Malone,
no,
not a match. Could have been, but not a match. Elon
but you
and
know what?
Darlene.
But you know what?
Elon and Darlene ain't no match.
But do
But
you
you
know?
but you know what? Leslie and Malone kind of, even though we know they're not a match and they're using each other and all that stuff, but in a way they kind of work.
But now I see Vanessa and Joey as a match.
Yeah, me too.
That's a
I see
shame.
Doug as a match.
You see Doug and who?
I did not see Doug and Vanessa as a
Oh
match.
no,
No,
So
not
the
at
only
all.
people who has matched
pitiful.
successfully on this show
He was pitiful.
is Anita and Vernon and Joey and Ness.
And Joey, the thing about it with Joey,
I don't even like the
Eva and
little girl. I
Isaiah.
don't even like the
Eva
little
and
girl that
Isaiah.
Tyrell with. That's not a match.
Eva and Isaiah are a good match. I like
Yeah.
those
Aight.
two.
Yeah. But I do too. But I think with
I don't know
Joey,
yet because Eva don't know who she is yet, so I don't know who she should be with. 'Cause she don't even know who she is yet.
No, that's true. But if she's got to be with somebody right now, at least Isaiah seems
Isaiah.
like he has her back because
Yeah.
she's so fragile. She needs somebody to have her back.
So with
right?
all these people that's on this show right now, if you had to put Kat with somebody, who would Kat have been with?
Jacob,
Really?
she can grow him up a bit. I think the two of them would be a good influence on each other.
Now brace yourself, but you know who I think would have been a good Kat match for Kat? Carlton.
But he's
Ooh,
old.
too old.
No, but
He's
see,
old.
he's not that old, and so I'm saying that instead of bringing him on,
Wait a minute.
as
Carlton
friend-
is her mother's age.
Well, hold
That's
on.
her.
Here's what I'm saying. Instead of having brought him on as her daddy's friend, he should have been brought on as somebody in her age range, and that's somebody she matched with.
Okay, well that's different. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, somebody in her
Energy wise and seeing them, the chemistry, I could have seen them together.
Carlton, nah, he's creepy.
Well, he's only creepy because of what they wrote.
Yeah, but nah, I
So
don't see.
I'm not saying in his present role. I'm saying they should have brought him on as someone else, and I could have seen them chemistry wise.
A younger
being a
man
match.
brought him on as a younger
As
man.
a younger man, because he ain't as
Okay.
old as they got him playing either.
Okay.
Ted ain't as old as they got him playing either. She ain't
Okay.
as young as they got her playing either.
I really felt like when Ted did the interview, some of the reaction to his former Ted had really injured him somewhat because people sometimes are not very, very nice.
Well, people had did the most. We did too, because we ain't know nothing about him, and we was like, we
No.
ain't want it. Because
We
what
want
it was though is that it's not that we didn't want him, we just didn't want Ted to go away.
No, we
But they
did.
could have very well brought him on, and I could have seen him as better as an Andre.
And also he when he first came on, he was just so youthful looking.
Right,
He
he's a
was
baby
just like a
face.
child, yes.
He's a baby face.
But the old Ted was more rugged and like a thick slice of
He was
chocolate.
tall and
Yeah.
he would wear those turtlenecks. We used to call him Turtleneck
That's
Ted.
right. His
Oh, they
then
do.
started. This one is with the what was it?
Now that's my kind of carrying
He's
on.
tall
right
like Bill. I mean, that's why we
Yes.
love Bill, even though Bill
Oh
is dumb
my
as I don't
God.
know what. He's dumb as a box of rocks, man.
But that's what they were saying about Bill. Bill is a renowned attorney. He's known all over not just the V, but everywhere in the world.
And they're
And
writing
he,
him as a dummy.
yeah, he
It's
can fight
terrible.
with the worst in the streets, but he's sleeping with somebody who's using him every night.
Taya says Leslie
first
needs someone with money and power that dislike to do Dupree's as well. See, Bill almost disliked him, but that's the reason why I said her and Bill would have been a good match. I could have better if Bill was gonna go young. I could see Bill with a Lynette.
Oh,
not Haley.
Oh, Lynette is so ruthless. But here's the
Oh,
problem. How come Bill didn't
Carlton is
have
45. Okay.
why didn't Bill have Haley thoroughly vetted? He did not. Dumb for a lawyer. Why does he not have a prenup? Why did he not insist on a postnup?
Because he's stupid.
I mean,
And because he thought she
they're
was young
writing
and dumb, and he gonna grow her up. And she
they're
gonna-
writing him as just being completely whipped, and it's not a good look. It's just not.
It's not.
But that's just people. I would go in there and shake it up and say, listen, let me put Danny over here with Haley. Not she ain't got to be the Haley character, but I'm saying these two would have made a more interesting pair. And then even I would put Ashley back over there with Andre. Let's go put that over there. And as for Shanice, let's line her up with Carlton. Let's line her up with I don't know about Kyle. I
Well,
really can't see that
she
being
might
her
have been
thing.
Shanice might have been okay with Carlton. You're right, because he's not that
Yeah.
much
Yep.
older.
Hmm.
But with
And he's stable.
yeah, but with Cat, that would have been too. The age difference would have been too much. Yes.
No,
Yeah, but see,
I
you
can't
the
picture
age
that
difference on
together
the
at all.
show. I said age difference on the show. But if
Yeah.
you can bring somebody in and have him play like he's 50 something, you could have brought him in and had him play that he was late 30s just
Okay.
as
No,
easily as well.
he strikes me as just being way too so much older looking than her. That to me is kind of a mismatch. But I could certainly see him with Shanice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I could
I
see him with
think I'm kind of
Shanice.
disappointed with Shanice in this, and that Shanice grew up in a foundational black family, in a foundational black neighborhood. She knew how to survive in the streets. She knows how to read people. But now it's almost like now she's just giving in to be in a partnership, and I don't like that.
Mm, mm.
Because honestly, I don't think she's in love with him either. I don't think she's all this lovey-dovey head over heels for Ted. I don't.
I
Danny
certainly
and
don't think
Andre
Ted
match.
loves
He
her.
on purpose said Danny and Andre match. Mm-mm.
A lot of people like them together because
Mm-mm.
Andre is so nice
I
to
don't
her.
know why they don't do nothing.
Because
They at
There's
his
no
home
great
drinking
substance to
wine and
them
in the bed.
whatsoever.
There's nothing else happening over there. Ain't
Nothing
nothing going on
substantive.
but the rent.
That's why he needs to get with Ashley because there's nothing going on with her either. And when they put the two of them together, they can push them off to the back burner, and hopefully some of these other storylines will sizzle. Because I'm really, it's just there. It's just nothing. It's ginger ale. It's nothing.
But what do you think about Ashley now? Like I said earlier, I do believe as a nurse, Ashley is a good nurse, but this is one of the traits that you'll find in people who work in mental health or in physical or in med surge. We tend to want to be saviors for people, and that's what I think what she was trying to do with Grayson, but she didn't really know what all Grayson was involved in. Because see, we just found out tonight Grayson took on that job so he could put his mother in this high class assisted living. And bless his heart, he wanted to do that for his mother. But but Ashley, when she's with somebody like Derek, she's not nice at all to him. But she did everything she could to stay with Grayson. So maybe she does need a different kind of a man. And I don't
She
know if
she likes that danger. Grayson is a little, Grayson's a little rough, and I think Derek was Derek was a little bit too howdy doody for her.
and
I think
yes.
she outgrew him. She
And
outgrew
our
him.
mother wanted her to be with somebody safe, where you know there's safety in your 401k. Somebody will be there for you if you get sick.
Yep.
Somebody, yeah, that kind of a thing. That's what her mother wanted. But I agree with you. I don't think Ashley wants safety at this point.
No, I mean she's too vivacious to want to just play it safe like that.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think she
you
wants
know.
to be safe. And you
But
know, Miss
Derek is gonna have one big "I told you so" when all this shakes out.
because he tried to tell him, but see, people won't listen to him because he pulled a stunt about not being able to walk, and they think that he just is jealous. But he said that something about Grayson he couldn't put his finger on. Remember, he
Mm-hmm.
said it's something about him that he just it didn't seem right. But Ashley thought he was jealous. Miss Jen brought out something else to Ashley when she was on for the interview. This is her natural hair. They don't put clip ins in, and she has beautiful hair.
Yeah, she's got gorgeous hair. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's so hypocritical. Poor Derek is being vilified as the pariah of the world because, oh my God, he wanted to surprise Ashley that he could walk. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Hmm.
Let's just nail him to the cross and make him wheel it around for the next 30 years. I mean, it's horrible. And then she hooks up with Grayson, who's done way worse lying than Derek ever thought about doing, and is involved in all this stuff. And also, she was vilifying Grayson I mean, vilifying Derek for making Jacob keep a secret, and all she and Naomi do is keep
That's
secrets.
right. That's right.
So
Naomi,
Derek is getting a horrible rap, and
yes.
I
Yes.
feel bad for him. I feel bad for.
Yes, you remember Naomi said, and I was through with her. I hope you got somewhere to stay because you sure won't be sleeping on our couch. Just
Yeah.
acting like she was a man of the house when Ashley found out Derek could stand up and do all the things, and she's been helping you in and out the shower, and oh, she went on and on and on. She takes care of Ashley just like Ashley is her mother or something, and she went on and on and on, and they keep all kinds of secrets. You are exactly right.
But we all know that the only reason she even agreed to marry Derek was she felt guilty and she was trying to get Andre off the brain.
Yes, she
So
thought
that's
Derek went into this advanced race because of her, and that's why. Yeah, and then she felt guilty. Yes, she felt guilty, but guilt is not something you want to base a marriage on.
no, and I think this is why she overreacted and used that situation of Derek wanting surprise her. Because most women, if they were really really in love with the guy, they'd be kind of hyped about that. So what if he kept it a secret? He wanted to surprise you. I mean, if you were
Yeah,
really in love with that guy, you would think that was pretty darn cool. But
yeah.
because she didn't love him, this was a perfect excuse to exit stage right.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I don't know if she's ever going to find someone, but I do know you're right. Andre, she was more excited with him because he gave her that Paris night in his apartment, and he took all the pictures that she liked and arranged them in a photo album. But after she saw him hugging Danny, she wouldn't accept them. What she
Hmm.
didn't do, and I've done this many, many, many times before, you need to speak up and ask the person what is going on. When she went to his house and the door was ajar, she cracked the door and saw him in Danny's arms. He was saying goodbye to Danny, and she didn't know that. She thought they were still actively carrying on with each other, but that was a goodbye thing. And when he went to the hospital, she froze him out. She didn't ask any questions. She didn't say, "I was at your house last night, and the door was ajar, and I saw you kiss or hugging Danny."
Well, maybe once his secret comes out, here's something else that another carrot that the writers have left dangling in front of us. What's Andre's secret? He's got one,
I
and
don't.
it's going to come out.
I really have no idea. But I think in this marriage that he's in now, the one thing that I don't like about it, you might be in your 30s and you say you never want a child, but what happens if you change your mind before you're 50? Because a man has up until he's 60 to decide to have a child, and he's not going to have children with Dan. He'll have no legacy to pass on. He's an only child.
I think he's got a family somewhere, which is why he never wants to be seen in pictures. He's not on social media because I think he's trying to really be on the low now because he's got a instant family somewhere.
You think so? Do you
Hmm.
think it was legitimate, or he just he wasn't legally married?
No, I think he's got a family. I think he's got a kid somewhere. He
Oh,
might have a secret wife somewhere too.
oh my God.
And this is why, but once again, see, this is all good writing stuff. Bring this out. I mean, we would love to see this. We would love to see this secret blow up and see what happens to Danny. You want to be like, oh my God, Danny, again, you picked a bad one again. But I mean,
Mm.
we would love to see this blow up.
Be on purpose says, I wish the Lynette character was the one who married Bill because I would love watching her go against Danny. I'm not a fan of the way Haley is acting. She's not believable as a Philly girl. I also wish that Leah was Ashley's mother. Oh,
No, she
nah.
no, she is not a Philly girl at all.
It's being said that from interviews that from actors of the EP that big things are coming in May for the Cotillion in June for the Young and Restless crossover. Apparently, something is happening at the event in June too. I don't care, but
Well,
we'll
May
see.
sweeps ends on May 20th, and
Mm.
somebody brought it out. They haven't swept anything since
No,
they.
they haven't.
No, they have not at all.
Mm-mm.
They haven't swept not a single dust bunny, not even under the rug.
Oh no,
Nope, not at all.
not a single dust bunny.
Not a single dust bunny.
Mm-mm. Well,
It's
let
a
me look and see
shame.
what's coming up next
I
week.
mean,
What we got
you
some
know,
trash.
we've all talked about the problems, and these problems. I'm sure these problems actually exist. I just would like to see it move along, for the sake of us, long suffering, very loyal gatekeepers.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about what's happening next week. So May 11th, Anita hits a major milestone. She finishes up chemotherapy. Nicole makes a stunning admission to Danny.
Ooh.
I still want Ted. We already know.
Yep, she's gonna tell Danny that
Mhm,
she was fantasizing about him when
mhm.
she was with Carlton.
Ted clashes with Leslie over Shanice. We don't even care no more.
Show don't.
Naomi pressures Jacob for intel. Derek apologizes to Ashley. On Tuesday, Joey confronts Smitty. Naomi's news hits close to home for Ashley. Bill gets an unwelcome blast from the past. That guy, Mike. Elon helps Chelsea and Madison deal with an altercation at the orphanages. Nicole reconnects with Carlton. What you mean reconnects?
She just with him today.
Wasn't they connecting today?
You ain't kidding.
Wednesday, Chelsea faces a crisis head on, while Danny, Kat, Bill, and Naomi rally around her. We don't care. Smitty meets with Tomas to discuss Lynette. Okay, we'll lean in for that. Eva and Isaiah say something they can't take back, while Vanessa advises a friend about her past. Okay, we're gonna see what that is. Okay, let's see what else we got. Thursday, Anita and Vernon discuss what's next with Dr. Bauer. The Belclairs battle Nicole and bully Samantha. Joey lands himself in trouble with Vanessa. A surprising gesture leaves Donnell emotional. Mona's words deeply affect Randy. Oh, Mona's back. Let's go back over Thursday now. Hold on. Anita and Vernon discuss what's next with Dr. Bauer. The Belclairs battle Nicole and bully Samantha.
Now, who is Dr. Bauer? Who is Dr. Bauer? Is that the
It must be for her
unconscious?
cancer.
Oh, okay.
They
What
discuss.
isn't that Shanice's aunt? Is that Shanice's aunt?
Is her name is Monica? I don't think her last name is Bauer.
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's right. She was the specialist that was asked to
She was
consult
just
on the
for
case. Dr. Bauer was her
consultant. Yeah.
regular doctor.
Okay.
And then the Belclairs battle Nicole and bullying Samantha. So that must be her and her little Chessie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joey lands himself in trouble with Vanessa. We don't really care. A surprising gesture leaves Donnell emotional. Mona's words deeply affect Randy. I will be leaned in for that.
Yeah, and what about Donnell? I wonder what is going to happen that he's going to become emotional.
I don't know. Now here's Friday.
Samantha's going to try to kiss him.
Oh.
Or Cat. But okay, so on Friday, Jacob and Smitty realize the plasma ring operation may be coming to an end. No, it's not. Grayson receives a terrifying life or death deadline. Marcel questions Leah. Ted enlists Monica's help with Shanice. Eva supports Samantha, but Tyrell leaves her in tears.
Leaves Samantha in tears.
That's Friday.
Tyrell's going to make his sister cry?
I guess. Maybe he ain't going because that little fast tail girl ain't going.
But why would that? You know what? Samantha's going with Donnell. So why would the fact that Tyrell, even if he said I'm not going,
maybe because it's a family affair. Maybe, you know what I'm saying. Everybody's showing off everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know.
Be on Purpose says I'm giving them 1 more month to bring my wife back. I'm switching the days of our life.
Who is his wife?
Lynette.
Lynette.
Oh Lord, have
You know
mercy.
that's it, mate.
Lynette is such a beautiful woman, beautiful bone structure in her face, but she just came off so she had so many evil things. Why are so many people in love with her? Because of her looks?
Yes.
Of course. Don't you know that we are very superficial and petty and all of that?
We're very supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We are.
Yeah.
That's
But
why I
you
keep
know,
telling y'all
I
Bill and
saw on
Worcester don't
another
know. None of
channel
them.
I saw on another channel they said Lynette has ended up in the plasma bags. I don't believe it.
Oh
The
God.
actress that plays Leah, her role is coming to an end this month. So
Oh,
perhaps this plasma thing coming to an end too.
okay.
Or she just coming to an end.
Now, does she have a man? Because she's dipping in everybody else's business.
Her hair ain't never smoothed down. I don't think she got no man. She don't care no more.
Is
Oh
that your
Lord.
criteria?
I'm
Oh,
just saying. Her hair
oh,
ain't never smoothed down. She ain't got no man.
oh, she just
Mm-mm.
dipping in everybody
Let me
else's
ask you
business.
guys this: what do you think about the character that's coming in, the new character? She had played Ashley on Bold and the Beautiful. I can't think of her name.
No, she
What she
played Bridget on the
Bridget,
boat. Yeah.
Ashley Brewer.
what she supposed to be doing?
I don't know. What do you guys
Well,
think?
Joey keep talking about his sister, so she must gonna be it.
That's what somebody said. But who is Heather? That he had to
That's
let.
his sister.
That's his sister. Okay, so I
Mm-hmm.
guess she would be because I thought Leah. A lot of people thought Leah was his sister, but Leah is not his sister, huh? So it's Heather. He said he hadn't seen
Mm-hmm.
Heather in so many years, and she told him, "I love you." And that was the day that she disappeared. Was
She about the
yesterday?
right age to be his sister.
Yeah.
But
So
you know, Heather looks like she could actually be related to John Lindstrom. She would have been a better person. I mean, look at her features and her hair. Even though we
Heather?
know it's a wig and all, but
Wait,
she
who's
looks like
Heather?
she could
Who am
have
I
been his
forgetting?
sister.
now, who are
Who
you
is Heather?
talking about?
No, I'm saying Leah, the
Oh,
actress who
Leah.
played,
Yeah.
she looks like she could really be related to John Lindstrom.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
thought she was his sister. A lot of people thought so too, but no, the way he called and talked to her on the phone about this plasma thing, no, she's not his sister though. Somebody thought that his sister might be the head of it because he said his sister had that criminal mind, and it's so amazing how parents are. Dad didn't mind sending her to college, but Joy was the one with the business mind, but he didn't want Joy to go to college.
Mm-mm. You want him to be like him,
Mm, mm.
and she the one ended up being more like him than anybody.
Yeah, and she was the one with the criminal mind, but Dad didn't mind her going to college.
I
But
think she will be the impaler.
but Joey's mother wanted Joey to go to college. He was a business mind man, but Dad didn't want him to go to college.
But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't want Vanessa to be the ruination of Joey. And I'm really afraid that's going to happen.
Actually have started to like Joey a lot because of the way the tolerance that he has for Vanessa and how he looks out for her kids. It seems to me he looks out more for her children than she does.
He does, but I'm just saying, like all of these things that, like, she's never satisfied.
That's true.
She's trying
That
to
is the
turn
truth.
him into something
Yes,
he's not.
yes.
She's never satisfied, and he's always acquiescing to her. And I tell you
That's
something,
right.
that is not a healthy relationship
It's
when
Mm-mm.
you're
not because it
always
means you don't want
acquiescing to
me.
another person.
And she
If
wants
you
to
want
get
to change
into
me,
this.
you don't want
She wants to get into deeper and deeper into the dark world. He keeps telling her that's not a safe world to be in.
me. Mm.
And she just keeps pushing it. So I'm just like,
Yep.
I don't want to see Joey get ruined because of her.
In
I
effect,
really
she's like,
don't.
cut your hair, then I like you. Well, lose some weight, and then I like you. Well, change your clothes, and then it'd be perfect. You know
Hmm.
what? Get a different car, and then you'll be all right. You need a new job, you'll be all right. You don't want Joey for Joey. You want to change him into something else.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
But he's
Absolutely.
taking her for where she is.
And so she
Exactly.
needs to leave him alone.
He's taking her exactly where she is. She's looking at him and seeing someone he's not.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's
And she's in love with her perception of who Joey is. Just wait till she finds out what he allegedly did to the father of her kids.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I think? You
Allegedly.
know what I think gonna happen? She gonna be like, it's all right, because I think that Vanessa's that desperate.
Mm, mm.
She gonna try
Yeah,
to be like,
yeah.
well, you know, he was probably something gonna happen to him anyway.
Mm, mm.
Cause I think she loves her some Joey now.
Oh, she absolutely does.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves her right back.
Mm-hmm.
Times two.
Yeah, I do
It
think.
seems like his love is more healthy, and that's a shame to say he's the criminal, but his love seems to be more healthy than hers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because he's just accepting her as she is. And like you said, Miss Lil, he's shown more compassion for her children than she has. I mean,
Absolutely.
he's very realistic about their relationship,
That's,
whereas Vanessa is living in some kind of fantasy.
that's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. They said, well, that's that. But that's funny. We have spent more time talking about what we would like to improve about the show than the actual
Hmm.
show, what had happened on it. Even though they had something juicy happen with Leslie and Eva and Kat. But been there, done that. We done bought the T-shirt. We done seen that. We don't want to see no more of that.
I wasn't on when you guys were discussing this new lawyer that's coming on with Bill. What is
Oh,
with
that's
this?
not a new lawyer.
Who is this?
That's the guy that Bill fired for actually harassing them women.
Oh my Lord! He's going to be in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that brought the lawsuit against Madison.
Oh,
And
Oh,
see
he's
that
the
see
one
that
bringing the suit against her. I thought he
yeah.
was just her mother. So, oh, that's
So
terrible.
I'm like, you know what? Why can't it be Allison?
Mm, mm,
It
oh,
should have been Allison.
mm, mm,
oh
mm.
my goodness!
Now that is cold.
So he's going to meet Bill in oh my
He's
Lord!
going after Bill's daughter's fiance. But remember when Bill kicked him out of his office and Bill threatened to kick his you know what,
Mm,
and he threw him out the office, and he said to Bill that you haven't seen the last of me. I mean,
Oh,
mm,
he warned Bill that that was not the end.
mm.
mm, mm.
But
'Cause
why are you bringing this guy back? Ugh.
I don't know because
I
yeah,
don't. Yeah. Out of all the people we bringing
Of
back,
all the
this what we
people,
doing.
absolutely. Of all
I
the
mean, we
people.
wasting up paychecks when LeMan Rucker could be over here. LeMan Rucker could have been the lawyer. My Lord, today. What is we doing? The man need to be on this show now. I told y'all.
I remember he was talking all that trash up under those women clothing, and he
Mhm.
made some kind of a crack, I think, toward Haley, and Bill didn't like that. But Bill would have kept him on probably if those ladies hadn't complained about all of those cracks that he had made against them. And things have really changed. While I am not a liberist at all, I do appreciate the fact that women have more voices now. Because in the olden days, if he was sitting down talking about your legs or your breasts or your hips, was nothing you could do about it but try to stay out of his way. And now women don't have to take that. They really did teach him a lesson that this isn't okay to do that.
Well, Bill kept him on because he brought in a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah,
This guy was a partner,
yeah.
and he brought in a lot of money. So him letting this guy go, and really a lot of it was pressure from his daughter, but he lost a lot of money in that deal.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
But he was condoning that by keeping him there. Like you said, Miss Lil, hey, you bringing in money, they're not going to fire you. You can talk to whoever you want and do whatever you want to do. You bringing in that money. Look, I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, Bill would have kept him, I think, but after it became public, it was going to be too much of an embarrassment for him, so he let
Mm-hmm.
him go. But yeah, I don't think Bill, because if you can roll up to someone with the window down and tell them if they don't get out of town, you will make sure the baby goes on the black market. You can do anything. Who would take somebody's baby and put it on the black market? You'll do anything.
Belinda Hill said,
And
"You
you
had
supposed
me
to be
counting
doing
the
all of
lights
that.
and darks today." I said we was gonna do some counting. Hold on, y'all. Let's go dark today. Let me go dark first. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to count that with it though. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, but let me tell you something. Let's look at it this way. Both, 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 but it's not in the, you can't see it in the frame, but it was both. Okay, both, 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 alone, 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 both. Yeah, a lot of both. Just both. Now I don't even know. D-Daddy gonna have to tell us who in the opening credits now, because I don't even know who in them sales no more. Who in the sales, D-Daddy?
Tomas got removed, if that's what you're talking about.
I mean, who all in the? Who do you know? Who all in them opening? Let me look at it.
Yes, I
Let me just
do.
look right quick. Who in them opening credits now?
Well, Isaiah was added and Tomas got removed.
Okay, Isaiah's in. Bill is in.
Bill's still there, yes.
Haley.
Yep, it's the same people except they added Isaiah and removed Tomas.
I don't know who in there. Nessa's in there. I'm sure Joey's in there.
They're in there, yes.
Yep. Joey got put in recently. He got put in just
put in the beginning of season 2.
Yeah.
No, he just wrote a book. He's wrote books before, but he wrote a book. Because he's on a book tour right now. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't care if it comes a diverse show. You know what I'm saying? Just don't dampen down who these characters are. But I just have a feeling they're going to have to. They just want to become people or regular people, or maybe that's why Leslie didn't get to move in that house. But
My
we just got too many characters passing through for no reason. We still don't know why y'all bought Peaches on here. There was no point to even bring Peaches through.
Where is Peaches?
Yeah, that's another dangling participle.
There is no point, rhyme, or reason for Peaches. Peaches came in, dropped some tea, and y'all ain't even utilized that. So why do we need to see Peaches? Why do we need to see Shanice's aunt? Why do we need to see these people that keep popping up? Why?
Why do we even see Darlene? Where is she?
Darlene needs
practicing being mean.
Just too mean. She needs to stay gone. But some people justified the fact that Darlene, what she did to Eva, that was horrible.
But no, but what I'm saying is they like Deanna, all these great characters, they bring them
they
in
like
there.
Deanna. Oh yeah, a lot of people like the meanness in Deanna. They love that.
They bring these dangling participles in, and they just leave us hanging.
Yeah.
So this is, once again, we're back full circle to talking about how much we love this show, but they got to get this writing together.
Well, this was an interesting discussion just about the show, and I think it was a much needed conversation, though, if we tell the truth about it. Because not that I'm getting bored with the show, but I'm just getting tired of dragging out the storylines. Like, we just got to tie up some storylines.
Yes.
Let's go
I'm not going to
on
go
and
away.
catch Haley, because that's been going on far too long. Or let's do something with Leslie. But at the same time, they better not take Leslie off this show.
No, we don't want them to take Leslie off the show. But you know what it is? Leslie needs some comeuppance. That's all. I mean, we need some viewer satisfaction, and Leslie getting a good dose of karma would be viewer satisfaction. This is our problem now. We have been hanging on and hanging on and hanging on and waiting for some payoff, and we haven't gotten any.
No.
And this is why we're all, we're frustrated. Even though we love this show, we want some payoff, and the
I can't
writers
remember
have
what
the
storyline
opportunity
that
to
we
give us
tied up.
good
The only
payoff.
storyline we really tied up was Ted. Is that girl dead?
But we don't know that for sure, because
but they tied it up where it finally came out. Like, the secret came out.
Yeah. I don't. Well, we all have our theories. We think
Mm-hmm.
that Leslie is Kat's mother because we think Leslie switched the babies, but we don't even know if Eva is Ted's daughter because he never got DNA confirmation. He took Leslie's word for it. And
Mm-hmm.
remember, Leslie was on the phone when she ordered those tests, and she was on the phone. She said, "I need you to do something for me." That never got tied up. Who was she talking to?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm. Somebody asked who is the lady Nicole was talking to at Orphan Jeans. She's a chef in real life, and she also works on the Drew Barrymore show. I guess she's an actress too, and she's done some interviews with the cast because they're all on CBS together, and she got a walk-on part.
Yeah, that's Sunny Anderson. She's on Food Network.
Mm. Mm. Martin was tied up somewhat. He's I've been meaning to say Martin is a very handsome man.
I heard you say that last night.
Yeah, I didn't know if I said it or not. Yeah, Martin is very handsome. I've just been checking out his page and stuff. He is so handsome. They don't even play that up on the show, but he's very handsome.
No, they don't.
Mm-hmm. Him look good. Be on purpose said her name is Sunny Anderson.
Smitty has gotten out of control because taking on that kind of a thing, you could put your entire family at risk.
But you know what? I do not see Martin with real political temperament. I know he's in the show, he's the congressman, but he's too much of a hothead.
You mean, okay. But a lot of the politicians are bullies. He's not a bully, but a lot of them are bullies.
Who, Martin?
Martin
Yeah,
is not a bully.
he's not a bully, but he's a hothead. He comes off
Yeah.
like he
He
doesn't think
seems
things he
spoiled.
doesn't think things through, and he's spoiled, and he doesn't really seem in touch with
I'm gonna
the
do what I
regular
want to do because I'm gonna
constituents.
do it. I'm like, child.
He's out
He
of
probably
touch.
was spoiled. Remember, he was the first grandchild.
Oh.
And you know what though? I love this. I must bring this up. That conversation. This was one of the highlights. One of the very few highlights of last week. The conversation between Bill and Vernon. Bill set Vernon straight. Once again, Vernon was coming to Bill for help. As much as they treat Bill like scum, whenever they need something, Vernon comes running to Bill. But Bill set Vernon straight about Martin. He said, "You need to let that man grow up. Let that boy grow up and stop cleaning up his messes." Because I mean, they cleaned up a Smyrna for him. So I love that conversation. He said just what needed to be said to Mr. Vernon.
Of course, the county that they were in at the time, they might not have made it out there alive had they called the police. In hindsight, that was the right answer. But but I don't know how they would have done it because you remember with all the controversy that was going on about killing foundational blacks and how we were hated and they were in a county that was not any of us in that county and all the people on the boards and everything, they would be like them. I guess I don't know how that would have turned out, but they did cover it up. And not only did Vernon and Bill get their hands dirty, but somehow they got Joy into it.
Somebody said Beyond the Gates is getting good, but I'm sad. I don't want the actor that's playing Ted to leave. Is this old? 3 hours ago? Who said he was leaving? I think somebody's just talking.
Maybe from when we were talking about actors who we thought could replace.
Now, this was something on one of those pages. I just looked at Facebook and that's what popped up on my screen. And I'm like, wait a minute, what y'all talking? Don't do that. Be talking about the new Ted leaving? Okay. I wish they would show who Martin's political opponents are. Do we care who his political opponents are?
Nah.
I guess that would be spicy if it was
don't
done
really
right,
care.
you know. But we need the dirt to fly. I mean, if y'all gonna go in there, because it's dirty in politics. So if y'all gonna go in there, go on all the way in there.
But here's the problem. We don't even care about Martin's whole congressional, none of that brouhaha with him. We've never seen him on a campaign trail. We've never seen him give a campaign speech. We've never seen him do any stumping. We've never seen him sitting at
Now
his
he did
desk
the
doing
press
any
conference.
lawmaking.
Remember he
We
did the press
hardly
conference?
see his personal assistant. So why are we supposed to care? How can we care?
He did do a press conference.
He did a press he did a press conference in Orphe jeans, and it
Mm-hmm.
was a press conference where he was calling off a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Bill, remember Bill stopped him.
Yes, because he was
But I'm
getting ready
just
to
saying,
confess it all.
what kind of lame
But
press
he
you
just
ain't?
do stuff. I'm gonna confess and I'm gonna tell the people. I'm gonna run. I'm like, child, I need you to sit down.
And this is why he's no good at his job. He's not good at that. He's too reactionary. He's too reactionary. You can't be like that and be a politician and be a good one anyway. Be a
I
good
know
one. Let
I
me
would just be
clarify
quiet.
that.
I would just be quiet. I would just be quiet all the way up and through there. I'd just be quiet. But Martin just determined. But I think once something finally comes out on him, maybe he'll get somewhere and sit down.
He's gonna be forced to.
Maybe you'll finally get somewhere and sit down.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where, like, with this Impaler story, like, okay, Jacob might get it, Smitty might get it, Grayson might get it, Naomi might get it, Ashley might get it, but we don't care. That's bad. It's like, well, okay.
Oh well. But anyway, y'all, that's what we had go on for this week. Let me see. Did I have a
I hope the writers were listening, because we all dropped
Yeah.
some gems. We all dropped some gems.
I hope they are
It would be
too.
nice because there's nothing over here is malicious. We love the show and anything that we can offer and say, hey, this is what, because we all are on those different pages and just kind of bringing back the feedback. And you know, we don't want to get blah 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 about the show
No.
because I love coming over here talking mess about them. I did.
I'm so glad you had a week off, Miss Jen, and you
I
got
needed
so
it.
much needed rest. Yes.
I needed it. I needed it. Because, you know, it was really funny. I had a good time at the last Friday night, and then I was just like, I'm tired. It's like, I'm tired.
Yes.
I'm tired. But I had to get my mind back in go mode because I was kind of on automatic pilot with doing things. So, you know, for the last couple of days, I've been like, wait, I forgot to, let me, you know, so. But I'm glad to be back with you guys, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. You know, because I missed y'all. And I started to do the live last Friday, and I was like, nah, take the week off and chill. Just chill. So it was interesting.
And it's all good, because like I said, I appreciate the grind, because this got to be a grind. I appreciate it. And
It is
the
a real
fact
grind.
the fact that you do live interaction like every single episode.
It's a lot of work. She was.
That's a
saying.
lot of work.
And yeah, it really is. For
Very much.
free, but she said one day you said you might even get, what did you say, $4? It was funny. You
Oh yeah. That is no joke. That is no joke. And it's not, you know what, it ain't so much as that, but with the little bit that you do get, they be study playing games. So for the month of May, because I'm looking at it now, I've earned $30. What's today's date? What's today's date? The 9th? Yeah.
9th.
So I've earned,
The 8th.
I've earned $30. I'm looking at it right now, $30.10. So
and
then what's interesting is how they do other stuff, you know, just like I've been listening to other content creators and other people who are talking about what's going on, not just on this channel, but other channels. Some people are getting up and their monetizations are just gone, where they've been making money on different, I don't want to name no stuff, but on different apps and stuff, and their money making abilities are just gone.
Yeah. And a lot of people have been talking about just losing subscribers for no
That
reason
too.
because they've been
Mhm.
telling people make sure you're still
Mhm.
subscribed.
Mhm.
Because
There are
all of a
pages
sudden
I
you
know
go
I was
click on
subscribed
and
to
you're
that all of a
off.
sudden I'm not, right? And I'm like, now I know I was following that page. Or you go to it's just some strange stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Strange stuff going on. But I don't question it. We'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. We'll
Yeah.
keep it moving. But I don't mind being transparent about that.
Well, anybody who likes that show needs to be on this page because, like I said, if you don't watch the show, you can come on here and it's like you watched this. It's like you watched the show with an enhancement, and
Mhm.
it's just all of this is really fun, and I think it's great for the show.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure there are tricks to getting your stuff out in the algorithm because that's all I really ask for is just let the people be able to find the channel and whatever. But, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it
if
out.
you're a fan of this show, you really have to be watching this channel. You can watch other ones too, but you got to watch this one.
I really don't have the time to look at other channels, but I be wanting to check out some stuff, and at the same time, I so desperately, deeply don't even want to minutely, almost coulda had done copy something somebody said. So that's another reason why I stay off people's pages. But I still will support them with a follow. If somebody says, "Oh, so and so got a good channel," I'll go to their channel and follow and give them a follow because I know what it is to try to grow something over here.
Right.
I remember when we celebrated going over here to my analytics, right? Analytics. I remember when we celebrated making, what was it, 2,000 subscribers? And that was the first year, the first year that this show was on early on, because I already had subscribers. I didn't come on there 0, okay? But was trying to get to 2,000. Finally got to 2,000. I will watch my numbers go, like if you go three people, one is going to disappear. You get 2 people, one going to disappear. It's just kind of a funny game that happens.
That's weird.
So now we're at 2,588 subscribers. I would just like to get to 3,000. But it's probably going to be almost a year before I probably get to that. It's craziness. And I'm here every day. And I know I have a good product, but is what it is.
Oh yeah, if you love BTG on a Friday night, this is the place to be for BTG.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Until some other people start doing it too, but I'm like, at least do yours on Saturday night, child. Don't be over here bumping heads with me on Friday night. I don't do that. Because in other places, you can cuss and cut up and cahoot and kahala. And for me, it's not that because it's like, I'm religious. Don't do that. I just don't want no problems with the channel, with the peoples. And I know other people be getting down just for the funk of it. I don't know how they do it or whatever, but I ain't trying to figure it out because I don't want to be the example. They like, well, we changed our mind this morning and anybody doing that. Because when they snatch down people's whole pages, my heart be hurting for them.
You have a good point about that. They might decide,
and all that work that goes into. Oh gosh!
And get your page snatched. Have you been working on it for over a year?
I don't ever want to get into no content creators mess. I don't want to be talking about nobody else's page like that. This is fiction stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to get into it. No other content creators and my page is getting snatched down and struck and all this other kind of craziness. I don't want to never be in none of that. So I don't need to be aware of what's going on.
This is a show, and we're just here to have fun. It's a show. We're just
Baby,
here to enjoy the show and have fun.
Love in Huntsville. The fighting, the lawsuits, the cases, the threats. When I tell you, it's crazy. For the people who was reviewing that show, just more mess than you could even imagine that's going on around just reviewing that show. Craziness. Lawsuits on top of lawsuits on top of lawsuits. Snatching people's pay. This girl was making. Now, I don't know how people be making money like that, but she said she was making a couple $10,000 a month. A month. Could you imagine?
God.
And them folks snatched her whole page down. She got her channel erased. Videos, everything gone.
What?
Yeah, because when they take your
Wow.
page down, it's without warning. And just boom, it's gone.
So if you don't have your videos backed up on some private stick, you don't have anything.
You don't have nothing. And
Oh
you don't
my.
have access to your stuff either.
Oh my.
So I feel so I'm just saying, I don't ever want to see that side of YouTube ever. I'll never want to see that side of YouTube. That's why I keep my head down over here and on my business over here. I don't care what nobody else is doing. I don't really care. You know, at first I knew somebody was like, "Oh, this page, they copying everything you doing." Da. That was true. I checked it out. I looked, okay, yeah, I know they were, but you know what? Have at it. I don't care. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want to get into no stuff because I get to arguing, I get ignorant. So I don't want to do it.
But you know what? And that's what they expect.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
They expect us to cannibalize each other. When we should just be supporting each other because everybody's trying to support this show.
Right. Let's just do the show and have some fun. And like I'm glad that we're able to do that because, like I said, these people are not real, so I feel very safe to talk about them. And why I really try never to say anything about the actors because I feel like the one time I said he reminded me of a leprechaun. I wasn't saying his size or nothing like that, but that man was over here and saw that heard me say it. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't mean it that way. What I just meant was his beard, like, reminded me of, like, you know. And I was like, okay, so lesson learned here. I'm going to be very careful about how I'm described because, like, I ain't know these people's over here in the bushes.
God, people they're so sensitive.
No, I mean, but that's the actor came over here and heard what I said.
No, I know, but I'm like, they're so sensitive.
Well, I wouldn't want nobody saying it about me neither.
It's like Terry
You know,
Claus.
like, look, right now, you know, I'm extra chunky on the thick, fat, you know. So I wouldn't want nobody. Oh my God. I'd be like, what you said? Now see, now I got to talk about you like a Chinese herb child. I got to wear you out now. I got to wear you out. Because you ain't about to do it. You ain't about to do it now. You don't think I'm just going to let you do it now. You come over and start some stuff, you better be ready to finish.
They said, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Somebody like, oh, you fat. I'd be like, now that's true. But now let me talk about you now for just 1 second. Let's concentrate on some things that are also true, okay? Let's not, girl, don't do it.
Look, back in the day, that was fight. They used to say that about my mother. That was fighting words.
That somebody was
said
fat?
that, pow, yep. As soon as you said that, kaboom, pow.
I'm like, you know, I am fat. You ugly, though. That's not going to change. You see what I'm saying? I could do something about that. You can't do nothing about that, baby. I'm not fat and ugly. I know that. Okay? I'm not fat nor stupid. I know that.
Yeah, but those are fighting words.
I'm not fat and can't get a man. I know that. So, I mean, I'm just saying, girl, said something about something. You ain't said nothing. You said nothing. Go ahead. But I don't want to get into no stuff with no people.
What did Leslie said? Oh, that's so geriatric.
Who said it was geriatric?
Leslie, when Chelsea was complaining about the wedding, about her stealing the wedding dates, and Leslie said, "Oh, girl, that's so geriatric."
Oh,
that's actually a good line. I don't know if they wrote that or she threw that in, but I like that. That's so geriatric,
girl. I had my friend laughing one day. I don't know if I told y'all I had that. Did I tell y'all a story about I wore that pixie wig and I thought I was looking cute? And then that older lady said, you know, we have to. And I was like, girl, who is we? Wait, girl, wait a minute. What you said? We? Oh, my God.
Oh, we were talking about Anita's wigs. Yeah.
Yes, girl. That lady had messed around and said we. I was like, ooh, girl, who is we? Oh, I can't wear this wig no more. Girl, I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot. Whew, anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here and go on. I gotta work on some wedding invitation, not wedding, anniversary invitations for a minute.
Okay.
And I finally got one other project I was working. I made these purses for the brunch. These gift bags that look like purses. They look like actual purses. They got feet on them, hardware, the whole nine. But I made 100 of those, but I'm done with them now. Thank God, because I thought I was gonna be to October finishing them. I was trying to pace myself and like I can do 10 a month. I know I can do 10, but I'm so proud of myself. I finished those purses. I can't wait to show them to y'all.
Oh,
They cute. They cute as the day.
yeah. You have to take a picture,
Yeah, they
put that
cute.
up and let us see.
And let us
Yeah,
see.
they're cute. But after the brunch, I'll show y'all all of the stuff. And the stuff that's in the bags is such nice stuff. I'm really excited. Just on that part. My friend is doing the decoration, so I don't think I'll see it until the day of. So that's gonna be interesting for me. But
Okay.
and I'm not one that really likes surprises, but I'm like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna walk in and just be like, oh girl. So I'm looking forward to it. And my
Yeah.
cousin's party is the same day as the brunch.
Just allow yourself to be surprised and don't have any expectations.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, because I know my friend and I know it's gonna be beautiful. It's probably gonna because I showed her what I would like for it to look like, and then I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna let it go and see what she do, because I know I'm gonna be floored, and I'm looking forward to that because I'm not an easy person to surprise. I'm not an easy person to surprise, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me again tonight. As always, it is such a joy to hang out with you guys and share a key. But I thought tonight was really informative. So thank you guys for coming up and sharing your thoughts and everything.
Okay.
Hmm.
Our
All right,
our
then, E Daddy, thank you
pleasure.
so much. Is he asleep?
Nope, I'm here.
What? You done stayed up the whole night?
Yep.
What? Oh my goodness. Hey, so when we have the next trivia, you coming up here so you let the people have one without you.
And I didn't even get the notification because if I'm not on my phone, I don't know when you're coming on. But was it a good one that night?
I thought it was a good one. I did.
Good, good.
Uh-huh.
That's the other thing. Notifications.
Hmm.
When you're subscribed, and you have to go into notifications, and you have to select all, and
Hmm.
you have to keep going back and checking it because it goes off. The all thing goes off, and a lot of times I don't get notifications. I have to just kind of go on and search for the channel, and I see okay, and I'll see when it's going to come on.
Hmm.
But a lot of times they don't get notifications. But not just your channel, lots of other stuff. Just don't get notifications for.
Even for myself, when I will click on my other device to notify me. Sometimes I'm on here, maybe we 15 minutes in, and then the notification will pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hmm. I think it's purposeful.
Okay.
Yeah,
Somewhere
it
out
is.
there.
It is. It is. It
Somewhere out there.
absolutely is.
Not YouTube though, but I mean somewhere out there.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere out there.
But meantime, in between time, if these writers were listening, we gave them a lot of food for thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Gave them a lot of fodder for the
consideration.
coffers.
Yes. And then the other thing I would like for y'all to food for thought yet again is to put together a thing where the fans, where people who are content creators can come out and tour the set and have a chance to sit and talk with some of the people on the show. That would be good. Y'all could even make it a little fest thing. Not a fest. What you call them things? Like I called it fandom, but I think something else is already called that. But
Oh, meet and greet.
yeah, meet and greet, sit and talk, get some
Yeah.
feedback because listen. When I did retail, I used to always tell the buyers, we are your eyes and ears. So when I tell you what these customers are looking for, you need to be listening to that.
That's right.
I would keep a list at my desk. And so when somebody would say, do you all have raincoats? I would say, no, we do not. So I would write down and keep a list of how many times somebody came in and asked for a raincoat. And I go, so I walked a sale to Macy's. I walked a sale to all these other stores 27 times because we did not have a raincoat to sell. And those are just the people who stopped to ask for a raincoat that you could have got the money for, but we ain't got it, so you ain't get to sell.
Well, they have these soap fan days I don't know if they still have them, but they have these soap fan days like they have 'em in Florida, like different parts of the country for different shows where they
I
have
don't care
they
about
have
the other
super
shows.
fans.
We don't care about the other shows. We just need
No,
Behind the Gates to
no,
do
no,
their
no. But
own
I'm
thing.
no, but I'm just saying when they have one of these super fan days where all the fans come out, they do one for Beyond the Gates. They can invite the content creators out for it.
Yeah, they should. They definitely should put something like that together. Do y'all want me to help y'all? I'm really good at putting together events. She could do it. Just ask, child. I know y'all busy. We have a good time. Play some games, whatever y'all want to do it. But you have to allow the people to be able to use the footage that they get now. Don't come in there talking about we can't use the footage. Now we need to be able to use the footage to further the show. We're trying to give you free publicity over here from these channels, these small channels, 1, 2, 5, 15, 20, 30 of them, it adds up.
It
It
does.
do. It does. But
And
anyway,
we
hopefully
we
the
need
internet
those pictures,
pictures.
the photos, the pictures on the. We need those pictures.
Right. Don't be coming and talking about we can't use what we took the pictures of now. We want to use the pictures. If you don't want us to see it, cover it up. But otherwise, we need to be having data to talk and say thank you and oh my God, and how did you feel and what did you think? I mean, let us in there. Let us in there. Okay. But all right. You all remember the guy that played the role of, you know what? I ain't gonna say that. I just thought about that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna wait. But anyway, thank you, Mr. E Daddy, for coming in here hanging out with us tonight, all night long, sir.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. And Miss Leo,
Yes,
thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Didn't y'all feel a little lost without Var up here?
that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say anything. We
He
had
comments, but
no
he didn't come up.
controversy tonight. Yes.
Yeah, see, he might be feeling the same as what we was talking about tonight. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't even want to argue. Wasn't nothing to argue about.
Argue about, yeah.
But we'll get him next Friday, I'm sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Uh-huh.
No,
All
I
right.
think tonight was a lot of conversations that needed to happen.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. And it's just funny that it developed that way because it was not the plan at all. Even though the people had said that y'all, what they said,
That we were old and uneducated.
you didn't have enough education, darling, to be talking about all of that. Who was in the chat?
Yeah, they called us a bunch of old dummies.
Wait, Bilo Didi, he was in the chat. Who was in the chat, child? Or did she say she was in the chat? She said he was in the chat. Well, you know, so y'all. But I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you think, if that's what we are, you know.
But here's my rebuttal.
Yeah, he was in the chat.
Here's my rebuttal. What does that make you? You're on this channel listening to old dummies and continuing to listen to them while calling them old dummies. So what does that make you?
Oh my God, help us.
Lord. I don't know.
What kind of dummy does that make you?
I don't know. But we shall see. And I think they've been back. But like I said, I wasn't quite sure if they meant to write all that, you know, to be honest about it. Although the next comment from them was that somebody would hog the whole conversation. And I was like, who was hogging it? Because I don't know who it was. So one person was hogging the whole conversation. I'm like, who was hogging that conversation? So I don't know. Maybe if I get an answer, I'll let y'all know next week. But all right, I will see you guys Monday.
Okay.
And thanks for hanging out with me, Miss Lil. You have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, and good night to you too.
Have a good weekend too. All right, bye-bye. Okay, Jasmine, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out as usual.
Okay, thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
for having, and we'll chat again next week.
Always, and thank you for being a sponsor tonight also as well.
Oh, okay. No.
All right, have a lovely weekend.
No problem. You too.
All right. Bye.
Good night.
Excuse me. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and hanging in there with me. I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight, child. That's the plan. Give me one more second. I wrote my outro. Let me find it. All right, gatekeepers, we unlocked the panel and had ourselves a good time. Do you hear me? We had ourselves a good time. The panel was paneling. We chatted. We didn't even get to argue tonight. We didn't, but we did make some arguments about this show that we love and what we'd like to see happen so that it can continue on and strong on top of that. So if anybody from the show should happen to come across this, none of this was meant in just complaining and stuff like that. We really want to see this show build. And so we really kind of bringing back all the feedback from everywhere because a lot of us are a part of a lot of different pages and discussion groups. And we want you to make sure that you hear the people's frustration because we don't want not one viewer to go anywhere. Okay. So just see it for what it was because we also pointed out the good things that we think that the show is doing as well. So, anyway, we had a good time. So thanks to everybody who sponsored tonight. Let me go through those sponsors one last time before we get out of here. A thank you to Linda Bias Barnett, also to Raven Maniac. Thank you so much for being a sponsor. Jazzy Poetess One, thank you for being a sponsor and for your support. Jasmine Williams, thank you for being a sponsor and for being part of the panel. Be on Purpose, thank you so much for being a sponsor for tonight. And also Angela Lavette Jackson, thank you so much for being a sponsor. Cynthia Willoughby, thank you for being a sponsor. And also to Keisha 3375, thank you for being a sponsor. Peggy 3523, thank you for being a sponsor. And to Myrtle Tinsder, thank you for being a sponsor for tonight's panel. And also Satobiadoxi, thank you also for being a sponsor. And also to Rhonda Reed, one of our daily regulars, thank you as well for being one of the sponsors as well tonight, for sending such a generous gift to the Cash App. I really appreciate that, and thank you so much. So I thank you guys so much for that. One thing about the gatekeepers is that you guys always bring a lot of energy. Whether we agree or we disagree, we're going to talk about it. And I just really enjoyed tonight's conversation, which was just an honest talk about this show that we love. This short week gave us a whole lot to unpack, and judging by tonight's conversation, we're really looking forward to what next week has to offer as well. So thank you to the moderators. We don't want to forget about the moderators. So thank you, gang.
Katie Mommy, Bilo Didi, Destiny H, Cousin Linda, Elaine T, Belinda Hill, and the Raven Maniac. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to have to update that soon because I think Destiny had to fall off because she was busy with school and stuff. But, we'll take her down for that because she hasn't had a chance to hang out. If she is, she's in the bushes. But, we still love you deep, girl, because she was one of our day ones. Okay, now also, if you're in the replay gang, thank you for coming and doing the replay. I know a lot of you all use this for because I do when I have something I really like listening to, I turn it on and I go clean up and I do different things and I just listen to the commentary. So thank you all for hanging in there as part of the replay gang as well. If you're catching this later, please remember to hit the like button for us as well. And don't forget too, if you ever want to send a super sticker, super chat, you can do so after the show as well. That button is still down there at the bottom that you want to send a super sticker, a super chat, a thank you to the shows, buy me a cup of coffee or something like that. You can always do that when you're in the replay as well. All right. So I love this community because it's always lively and fun and like family. And like I always tell you guys, I do hope that you've had yourself a great day. But if not, remember, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And to all of you, I hope you have a very lovely weekend. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.